What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I told you I was gonna bring it to you, and yet I did. Panthers after dark, like I told you, the rawest segment, sports talk show on the YouTube atmosphere around here. Man, I got my guys with me on the panel right here, and we gonna do it as only we can do. I got a light in my face right now, so let me go to my avatar. But Panthers after dark, man. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. So y'all just come on in. You already should be subscribed. You already should be a member. If you ain't a member, y'all go out there and tell a member, tell them to become members because we getting ready to kick this thing off. We're gonna do this thing every day. Already, man. Chris, we appreciate it, boy. We appreciate you, Chris. Chris with the big $10 super chat, man. Hey, thanks, Chris. That goes a long way to support the channel, man. Y'all come in, hit that like button, and we getting ready to get into it as we do. Like I say, man, I want some of you guys to hit that the email. If you like the format, give us some advice. We want some of you members to get on this panel with us and talk about it. This is your show. All I'm gonna do is direct this thing. But this is your show, the members show. Man, as we get into the season, we want this thing to be hot and heavy and talked about. Get all up in the Discord. Tell them you had a ball. The whole nine. But this is a members only show. So let's get into it, y'all. Fellas, how y'all doing?
What's up? What's up?
We got
What's up
Q
with it,
in the
Goat?
building. We got MDJ in the building. We got D'Angelo in the building. And Mike, he lurking around here somewhere. We'll see him pop up in a little bit. But this is the After Dark crew. And like I said later on, man, we want to pull some of you guys up so y'all can spit your truth about the Panthers. But let's get into it, y'all.
Let's get it.
One thing we're gonna talk about, man, one subject I want to throw out there to y'all, man. The 33rd selection. Who do you want? How do you feel about it? If you want to ask the question of how do you feel about us not having a first round pick, do you think we're gonna miss out on some major league talent? But who do you want at 33 as well? MDJ, take that first question from me
Yes,
there,
sir.
buddy.
Yeah, man. I think we in an alright spot, Goat. But for me personally, I just want the best player available. Like Dan said, um, as long as it's a position of need. All right, it's got to be a position of need. I like Chop Robinson. I like Zach Frazier. If they was to go cornerback, I'm not mad at all. That's probably the unpopular opinion. But I feel like we're gonna go a little bit more defense heavy in that second round than people expected. I know everybody want a wide receiver. I ain't mad at that either. That's why I say I think we in a decent spot, Go. Normally every year, somebody that's supposed to be a first rounder slide, and hey, we right there. We right there to catch them.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it. Rocking the blue with a big super chat. Rocking the blue say y'all bring the mouth to the plane. Y'all the realest in town. Appreciate you rocking, dog.
Yeah,
Hey, like you said, man, this is y'all show, man. For the members, by the members. I want Rockin' to come up on the panel. I want
for
people
sure.
like Chris up here, man. I want people like True Lifetimes up here, man. I want y'all up here, man. I want to be asking y'all questions, man. Agent 704 Chris, everybody, man. I want to see how y'all. I want to be able to check y'all temperature, man, and get right there in touch with y'all and see, hey, man, such and such, this was a good one for us. This a bad one for us. Man, did you see how such and such played last Sunday? This is what we gonna get into. Just the rawness, the real heartbeat of this team. That's what this is about right here. Black Cat Panther After Dark, man. Black Cat Panther out the door. Hey, MDJ, I hear what you're saying, man. So you saying
Yes, sir.
defense at 33. Defense at 33.
I, I,
I got some
I'm gonna be
so what now?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, go. I feel like at that position, I feel like best player available could be a defensive player, and I'm actually cool with that. I feel like we need a starting corner. I think you need depth at corner. I wouldn't even be mad at linebacker. But you definitely need an edge rusher. You can't have enough of those in today's NFL, go. But I know the popular thing is wide receiver. I feel like even at wide receiver, we're gonna have good options there, whether it's Leggett, Keon Coleman might slide to us. Troy Franklin should be
Hmm.
around there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of options. So I think we're in a good spot having the first pick of the second round, man. I really do.
Well, see, like Chris said, Leggett. You know, I think the consensus is wide receiver. And
Yeah.
y'all all know why everybody wants a wide receiver because they saying a proper evaluation of Bryce Young. But Q, I asked you that same question there, bro.
Yes, sir.
What you got on?
Okay. Now I know it's unpopular. I know a lot of people gonna be very upset with what I say. You just let your type A, your prime premier pass rusher get out the door. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Marius Robinson, that edge from Penn State is sitting there, if
Hmm.
somehow, some way, you see fit at 33 to get this young fella through the door, you move hell, heaven, and earth to do it. I mean, you need to get after the quarterback, number one. But I
You call him
understand every
Ladarius, but everybody call him Chop. He talking about
Chop.
Chop, y'all. He talking about
Chop.
Chop.
look. If some way he had a way for him to drop to us, and I've done a couple of mock drafts where he actually fell. He fell to us at the number 33. It's almost like having a first round pick. So he fell to us. I said, okay, because Brian Burns is gone, I need a premier guy that can come out and get after the quarterback. That's number one for me. Now, if he's not there, then you go get the best money that you go get the best receiver the money can buy.
Hmm.
And available, they're gonna have sitting there between Keon Coleman, Troy Franklin, maybe Lad McConkey, and Xavier Leggett. That's gonna be the prime four that's gonna be sitting there. I'm a high Troy Franklin guy. You know why I'm a high Troy Franklin guy. But I'm gonna tell you like this: the boy got numbers. When I tell you the cat put up, look, almost 20 yards a catch. That's hard to do with the NFL. Bo Nix was his quarterback. I'm gonna tell you like this: you want to win, you want to play winning football. You go get the guy that can produce for you and be a true number one.
Hey, I hear y'all boys. I hear y'all boys. I think D'Angelo had dropped out. D'Angelo is actually overseas, y'all, and he's tagging in. He probably had a bad service or something like that, but he's actually overseas this week when we got started. So, like I said, and then Mike, he should be coming in. So like I said, first run, technical difficulty. So we gonna get it. We gonna get it. Don't worry about it. We get ready. Well, we gonna get y'all a show. Okay, I hear them boys right there. So I'm gonna answer the question. Y'all know when you see my back drafts, I want to build in the trenches. Whether it's Chop Robinson, Darius Robinson, anybody Robinson that comes off the edge and put heat on a quarterback. That's who I want. Then there's a name called Mason Smith, who is a defensive tackle, got violent hands, and he's a gap penetrator. Pushes the pocket, put pressure on the quarterback. What's the shortest route to the quarterback, y'all? Up the middle.
Yeah, but go. I love you to death, brother, but you ain't picking no damn Mason Smith at no 33.
It don't. You ain't gonna get it. You by the time you're 33 or 39, something like that. It don't matter. I need it. You understand what I'm saying? If it's your guy Q, it don't matter
Uh,
where you pick. I don't care what grade they got on him.
Look, they
If
got
you
him
know the
rated
kid
in the
can play,
70s. So you could
go
definitely
watch the
I
kid
understand what he
tape.
means to you. I understand. He is your bread and your
Go watch
butter.
the kid
When
tape.
you wake up, the sky says Mason Smith for you, and your sky is
Mason
blue.
Smith, LSU. Put him
I
beside Derek
understand.
Brown, and
Hey,
you
look.
got a
Uh huh.
dynamic duo.
Well, see, you being greedy right now because this year is all about the quarterback. It's all about either helping
I
this
could care
quarterback or
less
getting another damn
about this
quarterback.
quarterback. I could care less
Okay.
about this
All
quarterback.
right.
Guess
And
what I
see,
say about this quarterback? Fuck him.
uh,
Fuck him. Fuck
fuck.
him.
Okay. All right.
Fuck him.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
him.
See,
Hey, look.
That's
All
welcome
why
to
we
that talk
Black
is
Cat
real though.
After Dark. This is where we gonna
that's
tell
why we
y'all the
in
true
a
shit.
situation where we at right now.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
really want me to tell you a tidbit? This is the
Let's fuck.
tidbit right here.
Tell it.
Let me give you a secret. The general manager didn't want it in the first place. And the general manager, this come out, the general manager wanted to keep Brian Burns. But it was the money guy who told the owner, no, we can't afford it. Now, furthermore, I put a stamp on that, a check off on it, because D'Angelo, who's on the panel right here today, was in the building, game one, and your boy David Tepper say, well, here, I'm going to give you his agent number. You talk to him. Meaning they was already having talks and difficulties with the numbers because the numbers guy didn't want to budge, so the owner didn't want to budge because he was getting the information for the numbers guy. And Burns' representation already knew what Bosa was getting ready to get or what Bosa had already got, so they wasn't budging. That's why. Then game two, the owner say, well, if I pay him, I can't pay nobody else. Where was he getting that information from? The numbers guy once again. But who ain't here? That same numbers guy, ass ain't even here no more.
Hey, go. Hey, go.
Yes, sir.
Guess, guess who the fuck else ain't here? Brian Burns in New York, my G. He in New
Oh
York, brother.
shit!
He gone, man. He gone. He
Hey,
gone, man.
but see, MPJ,
Well, guess
get
who
your
got him up
smart
out
ass
of here?
out. Yeah, the
All
same
that shit
quarterback.
sound good,
And
but
then
at the end
you,
of the day, his
with your
ass is
smart
in
ass
New
mouth,
York.
check it
Here we
out though.
go. Here we go.
The next time they got to pay somebody like a Derek Brown, what if a numbers guy say, I can't afford him neither? Then where he going? You see what I'm saying? Everything coincides with what you first do. What you do first, one time you're gonna do again, you're gonna do again. That's why we don't have no depth on this team. That's why they trying to add somewhat rebuild.
Well, go. I can
They
tell
doing a
you
50
right
breakout.
now. You want to fix this motherfucker right now? And we on Black Cat Uncut for a fucking reason today. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all get y'all memberships up to date. Look, you want to fix this motherfucker? You go right into this draft, and when we get to pick number 33, if you want me to be real with your ass, then you
Okay,
pick Bo Nix. If you want to be fucking
okay.
real, you pick Bo Nix and make sure you make that shit count. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hey, that's real. That's real as it get. That's real as it
That's
get.
where we going with this shit
So
now. That's where we going with this shit.
we don't win there.
Bryce Young your
We don't win
quarterback,
there.
man. Bryce Young your quarterback, bro. Bryce Young your
We don't
quarterback.
win there.
Quarterback ain't no option at
Well,
33. It
If
ain't
you
an
want to
option.
fucking win, all I'm saying right now, you can't win with the motherfucker. So all I'm saying is hell, do what's best for the team. Everybody, age of 704, I know Bo Nix is not everybody cups of tea, but the little bitch is better than fucking Bryce. 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns. The cat was efficient. He can come in right now and take over this Panthers offense. Right now.
8704 he was now. He was 77.3%. 77.3%. Don't get too much better than that. Brock Purdy was the highest in the NFL last year at what, 73?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get an efficient guy. He ain't gonna turn over the football and he ain't gonna do no dumb shit like running around in the back of the damn field. Like I told you,
Huh?
all that running around in the back of the field does not equate to the fucking NFL. And if you
It
truly
sure
want to
don't.
fix this team, you go out, you get another quarterback. If you really want to fix it, because when Bryce fucks up, you will have somebody to go ahead and say, okay, enough of this shit. Because if David Tepper is truly about winning games, then hey, you bench the motherfucker once he start fucking up. And it's only what, 3 games? 3 games in, I give it to 3 games. He will fuck up and the fan base will start turning on him.
Oh, well,
I'm
I'm glad you said something like that because I segue into the next question or the next talking point. Next talking point is this. Now, the consensus out there wants to tell you that the Carolina Panthers was so bad last year. A 2-15 team was so bad last year that we did Bryce Young a disservice as picking him as our quarterback. Now, as I can remember, we were 7-10 when we picked him, but we did him a disservice because we didn't have all the prerequisite pieces that he needed to succeed. So therefore, with the coaching staff and the changing, they're saying that this is Bryce's rookie year. How do y'all feel about that?
Hey, look, man. I'm
bullshit.
gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real, man. And Q talking this Bo Nick shit at 33, man. That shit ain't happening, bro. Shit not fucking happening. But as far as
First of
Bryce
all,
Young your fucking
MDJ,
quarterback.
I don't give a
Bryce
fuck
Young
if
your
you go
fucking
get Bo
quarterback.
Nix, Joe
Bryce Young your
Nix,
fucking
Low
quarterback.
Nix. I don't give a goddamn who you go get. You need somebody else other than this motherfucker.
Hey, look, man, this motherfucker is who you got. And let's be real, man. Y'all get up here, y'all complain about Thomas Brown. You say Thomas Brown can't call no fucking plays. That shit is a fact. The boy got
Mm-hmm.
sacked 62 fucking times. That's a fact. The receivers won't really get open. Thielen balled out. The rest of the motherfuckers ain't do shit. That's a fact. So I'm gonna be real. All that shit is true. Did Bryce Young help the
Stop that
situation?
shit.
Not a fucking
Stop that
bit.
shit,
Not a
MDJ.
fucking bit. But
Stop it.
don't act like it ain't true, bro.
Stop
You
that
know
shit,
this shit
MDJ.
true. You know
MDJ,
it's true. The
what's
offensive line
going to
played
be the
terrible.
excuse
It's the truth,
when
bro. It's just the
when the
truth.
offensive
It's
line
just
this
the
year
truth.
missed blocks because Bryce is in the backfield doing that runaround shit again, getting ticket sacks? Now who you gonna blame
Spinning
this
around,
time? Who you gonna blame
spinning
this
around
time?
with his back
I'm gonna
back towards the
blame
open
Bryce
field,
Young because they
spinning
got him
around,
Who
sitting
you
on that
gonna
one yard
blame?
line. I'm gonna blame Bryce. I'm gonna blame Bryce because they got him
playing,
shit that he fucking need. But let's
spinning
not act
around
like
like he
he
playing
had
hula hoop.
everything. He didn't have everything he needed to be successful, man. That's just real shit. And I do not like Bryce Young. I'm not no advocate for Bryce Young. I told y'all niggas in the summertime, CJ was the guy, and I stood on him. And it turned
Mm-hmm.
out I was fucking right. But this the motherfucker we
Mm-hmm.
got here. We got Bryce. And if you need Bryce to be successful, you need a solid offensive line. You need some fucking weapons. And
I
that's
hear you,
So
looking
is
bro.
like what the
this
fuck we
You can
gonna
go
do.
get
That look
King
like what we
Kong
gonna
Bundy
do.
to get all in that goddamn line for him, and that ain't gonna work.
so
I didn't tell
is
you that
this
now.
so is this his rookie year?
This is
And
not his rookie year. No.
that's
No,
MDJ, not Mike.
his rookie year was shitty. His rookie year was shitty. It was shitty. So no, this is not his rookie year. This is sophomore year. I feel like he gonna show slight improvement. To be honest with you, I mean everything around you get better. I would think
Oh,
that you're gonna get better too. If he don't, he'll be out of there.
sir, what does the NFL say normally with year 2 quarterbacks? Statistics, NFL statistics, not just me or you.
Hey
NFL
Q,
statistics says once you get film on this young fella, anything that he likes to do immediately shrinks. The playing field becomes a lot harder for him to evolve because everybody knows what you're going to do.
but let me
That
let me let me
means,
let me steer you in this direction though, right?
all right, okay, all right,
That
go
that
ahead.
that film is Thomas Brown and that bullshit offense, right? So you got a whole new system in place for this guy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
He had a terrible rookie season. Now, now,
mm.
now I know it sophomore slump. It's real. It's real. And you're gonna see some guys have that sophomore slump.
He
But you
gonna
also
struggle.
see quarterbacks in other systems improve. That's also a thing. We seen it with Trevor Lawrence. His coach wasn't competent. They got a competent coach in there, and he looked a lot fucking different. So all hope ain't lost. It ain't all hope ain't lost. Do I think Bryce is anything other than a game manager? No, I do not. But at best high level game
So
manager, and I think he's
so
gonna improve, bro.
Oh,
you
you said
thinking
high
a
level game
high
manager. High
level
level game.
game manager is going to come out and evolve? Now be
He
mindful.
can be. He
I'm
can be a
glad you
high
put.
level game manager.
I'm
He
glad what
can
you
be.
just did. You just put him in a box. So you telling me the guy that's supposed to be a generational talent is now a high level game manager? Thank you, MDJ. I appreciate that.
Hey, look, I
So
didn't
we
trade
take
up for him. I never wanted him, but this what the fuck we got. This what we got.
manager
I'm just
number
telling you,
one.
that's his ceiling. That's his ceiling.
Wow.
So we number one. We risk everything. DJ Moore, we trade all these picks away. We move the chance to get a quarterback this year for a high level game manager.
Yes, sir. That's your sad reality. I hate to tell you Panther fans that, but that's just sad reality. Yes. Yes, you did.
So for people who believes in Bryce right now, the sad reality is he is not going to be the guy. He's just a guy, is what you're saying.
A, a guy, a high level game manager guy.
Yeah.
That may
Let the
be a
court.
plus.
Let
That may
hold on, Your Honor. Hold on, Your Honor.
that may be a
Let the
plus.
defendant speak for himself. What are you saying?
You said
So
what
this
now?
is a member show. This is a member show. I ain't in it. I'm the
Let the
moderator.
defendant speak for himself, Your Honor.
Who won't
Now,
try? Who won't try?
your black ass.
Oh nah, man. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, Q. You damn right.
You
What's
damn
up?
right. I just say
Hey,
you
look,
mean to
man.
tell me we
I'm not.
trade all this shit away for a high level game manager?
That's what the fuck we ended up with, man. Now, had you took CJ like I felt like we should have, you can already see what the fuck you would have had. Had you taken an Anthony Richardson, you would see what you could possibly have if he would stay healthy. But
God
like I said,
damn.
I'm keeping it on Bryce. I'm gonna keep it on Bryce. I'm gonna keep it on Bryce. Yeah,
So you
Bryce is
gotta
the
have
limitations, man. It's limitations.
MDJ, you gotta have
Hey,
a superstar coach. You gotta have a superstar offensive line. You gotta have superstar wide receivers, superstar running backs, goddamn all world tight ends, Hall of Famers, just for this motherfucker to be normal. Is
mm.
that what you're telling
Now,
me?
now hold up,
You gotta
Q.
have talent around him. I
This,
ain't gonna say all that shit. You gotta have some damn
this,
talent
So
around him.
we didn't
You
have
you
no
can only
talent on this
elevate
team
your
last
average
year.
player. No,
We didn't have
up,
no
y'all. Hold
talent.
up, y'all.
you was born. You
Hold
was
up,
on the
y'all. Hold up.
offensive side of
Hold
the
up.
ball.
Hold up.
Very little.
Hold up. Now this show is by the fans for the fans, and I noticed Chris in the chat has been commenting. But Chris, this comment that you got up here right now, could you read it
Mhm.
for me, Q? I'm driving. Can you
Oh,
read it
yes,
for
sir.
me?
Yes, sir. We were speaking on the moment of about a high level game manager, and then
High
Chris
level
was
game man.
backtracking a little bit. He said, "It's not that I believe in him; it's all we got for now." Well, I'll
Wow.
be damned.
I mean,
It's real
Chris,
though.
I have a problem. I have a problem with that
It's
right there.
real.
I have a problem with that right there, Chris, because my problem with that is you go into Bank of America Stadium. First of all, we wear these colors. This blue and it's black. This
Hmm.
silver, electric blue. What? All of them colors that we have, the white. And we rep that panther. We rep that panther. And you mean to tell me that it's all I got for now? Is the
Hmm.
best, a high level game manager, and it's because it's all we got now.
What go?
That that's what
Chris
I'm gonna
asked.
pay an extra 4%
Chris
ticket
asked a
price
question
for.
just now. Go. Chris asked a question just now. He said, "Who was that talent around Bryce?" So correct me if I'm wrong. A couple of Pro Bowlers was on this team at one time. Now, two Pro Bowlers, former Adam Thielen, and yes, he made a Pro Bowl at one point in time in his life and his career. He had 1,000 yards this past season. And then at the beginning of the season, Miles Sanders, who ended up getting injured, Pro Bowler last year, 1,200 yards behind that line of Philly. He was brought in to be the guy. Did not look
Q.
well.
Q. I
I'm
feel
just
you,
saying
man.
he
I
asks
feel
who
you.
the talent Hayden Hurst got 500 yards in Cincinnati, former first round pick, taken in the first fucking round. They went out and
Yeah,
got
we didn't know he was
pieces.
going to get concussion.
So y'all telling me those guys don't fucking matter at all? Adam Thielen is a nobody. That's what y'all
Adam
telling me.
Thielen balled the fuck out, man. But Q, everybody else you named ain't worth a fucking. You know it, man. Come on, man. Miles Sanders.
God
So you
damn.
gonna tell me? You gonna tell me it's Bryce Young fault? Miles
Hey,
Sanders ain't
hold up,
worth a fuck?
MBJ. No, you
Is that
can't. I
what? Is that
can't
what?
let you do that,
Is
MBJ.
that what the fuck
Y'all
you finna
know.
tell me?
Okay, if I don't like the player, I don't like the player, and I make it known. You don't have to come and ask me, do I like the guy? Okay, one, Hayden Hurst. What you just said. Hayden Hurst came in and was better than everybody in our whole damn tight end room. Hayden Hurst stepping into our organization made that tight end room legitimate. MDJ, come on now, don't come with that. We didn't know he was gonna get a concussion.
He
Yeah.
got 500 yards with Joe Burrow throwing him the ball with Jamar
As a
Chase,
But
third
T.
okay,
option.
Higgins,
so
with
okay,
T.
how many
Higgins
yards
and
Ian
Joe
Thomas?
Mixon.
How many yards Ian Thomas have
Man,
Hmm.
no
prior
fuck
to
Ian
going into
Come
the
Thomas.
on.
season?
Come
How
on,
many
man.
yards
A
did
hundred,
Tommy
a
Trevor have?
hundred
How many
and
yards
40
did
yards.
Giovanni Richard have?
A
Come on,
hundred
man. He
yards.
had more yards going into that season than any tight end in that room, and more yards than some of them combined.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, MDJ. Stop that.
Oh,
Miles
so
Sanders
so
was
so you,
coming
you
off
thought he was gonna come in and get them
what?
500
A
yards? Is that what you
1,200
thought?
yard season?
Come on with that
Miles was
You
coming
shit
off
thought he
a
right
was gonna
there.
come
1,200
in
yard
and
season?
get more than 500 yards. You thought he was
Come
gonna come in
on
and
with
get more than
that shit right.
500 yards.
Y'all told me Bryce was him. If he is him, he should have got the motherfucker.
So
I
what
had people
all I'm saying,
argue
all
me down
I'm
all
gonna
last
say,
year.
I'm not going. Kevin Cam, new member, man. We
Shout out to
appreciate
Kevin
that,
Kev.
Kevin Cam. Shout out to Kevin Cam,
Shout
man.
out to her.
Appreciate you
Welcome
there.
Welcome to her.
Get your
welcome to your
memberships
show,
today.
man.
Welcome to her.
Welcome to your show. Welcome to your show. Listen, they made upgrades on this team, MDJ, at that time.
Last year they
Last
did. Is
year
that what
in
you
free
telling me?
agency,
No, they didn't.
they made upgrades on this team.
Listen, they gave away DJ Moore to get fucking Bryce. So you did right then and there.
You
Your only
keep
legitimate
giving away
receiving threat was gone.
motherfuckers. Wait, don't you hear the stupid shit we keep doing?
Q. The
Come
product was on the
on.
the product was on the field, man. I'm just telling you, I don't think you scored too many fucking points
Think
last
about
season.
think
That's
about
all
it,
I'm saying.
MDJ. This team was supposed to be Christian McCaffrey instead of Miles Sanders and DJ Moore
Exactly.
out there with your quarterback Bryce Young with a fixed O-line. But because we were so goddamn thirsty and horny, we kept trading motherfuckers. Trade Christian McCaffrey for 3-4 picks. Then you look around, you fuck that up. Cause you get around here, you can't pick. You go get Mingo. You go get all these motherfuckers who ain't worth a damn. You keep fucking up.
They went and got a
Damn.
coach that got fired in the middle of the fucking season, man. So
I
do you
told you
think
that
Bryce
nigga
Young
was
had
gonna
good
get
coaching
fired in
around him?
preseason. I told you Frank
Okay,
was
so
a
it's a
dead
fact that
nigga
the coach
walking.
it's a fact that the coaching won't shit, right? That's a fucking fact that the coaching won't shit.
Your
And he got
quarterback
fired
wasn't
again.
shit. What part of
I
your
don't I don't
quarterback
I
will
don't
get
I
your
don't
coach?
disagree that. I can't
Your
I'm not
quarterback
arguing that.
and
I'm not
coach go
arguing that.
hand in hand, MDJ. If your quarterback play is terrible, your coach is gonna get fired. That's everybody. Everybody knows that
That's
shit. Daniel
yeah, that's
Jones is about to
everybody.
get that
That's
nigga
everybody.
fired in New York.
Well, they
Desmond
most
Ritter.
might go get JJ.
I'm trying to make a point. Go. Desmond Ritter just got that motherfucker fired in Atlanta.
That's
I
true.
swear to God, he just got that nigga fired in Atlanta. Look in Oakland. Not Oakland. LA, the Raiders.
Okay,
Quarterback play got the coach
Las Vegas,
fired.
Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las
I
Vegas.
don't give a goddamn way that. Quarterback play is so fucking important. Y'all niggas acting like quarterback play is secondary. It's the
I'm not gonna act
single
like Bryce
most
Young did
important.
anything, bro. But the rest of the team was shitty too, man. They
Okay.
was shitty
All
too.
right. Okay. All right.
Am I lying? You
The
had good
guard,
receiver
the
play
guard
last
play
year.
on this line was terrible. The interior guard play on the left and the right side was terrible this year. I look around, the playmakers wasn't there. Mango, you draft him and he was a fucking no-show for the entire season. You wasted a pick on him. You look around, you got guys that you go get Ishmael Smith Marset. You go get that motherfucker just to sit him on the bench. You got Terrence Marshall there and you don't play him. You got talent and you're not playing the talent.
All I'm saying is, man, stall him out for a second, Debo. Just stall him out real quick, man. We know. Just stall him out, though. If you know all that shit is true, that he was in a fucked up situation with fucked up play around him as well, and add in his fucked up play, why the fuck would you expect anything else? Why would you expect anything? Why would you expect him to come in here and uplift average motherfuckers when he averages damn self? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I hear you. They told me he wasn't average, and that's the problem. They hyped this boy up so much. They say he was the greatest processor we ever seen. He was a better processor than CJ Stroud. You heard that yourself. They said he was better in between the chains. He was a better decision maker. He could read defenses. He was a 2-year starter. The list goes on and on and on. Everything they said about Bryce Young. Then he comes here, like I said, with a team that Andy Dalton, we watching week 3 march right out on that field. And Andy Dalton went to Seattle, put up close to 400 yards in a losing effort. But that was the most output from a quarterback position we saw all year.
From the offense. Yeah.
An offense. A dead offense that they said, what, you couldn't get no separation. He was hitting receivers wide open, putting it right in their chest. That's quarterback play. That's the difference. I don't know what the fuck everybody looking at, but open your eyes. Go back and look at week 3 and look at Andy Dalton with no reps with the first team, took this fucking team out there and he would put that ball on the money. But they didn't want to see Andy Dalton because they know Andy Dalton was going to show that little boy up. Stupid
And
shit.
you know how I feel about Andy Dalton, man. I'm trying to hold my tongue and don't say nothing bad about the man. But all right.
But what you get the veteran for? You got the veteran to bring the boy along until he was ready to play. So you shouldn't have thrown him out there unless he was ready to play. But we do stupid shit and say, oh, well, you can't have a number 1 overall guy going out there and not play. Yes, the fuck you can. You bring him along slowly. Make sure he understands defenses. Make sure he understands coverages, slides, protections. Make sure he understands how to get the first down. Then you bring that motherfucker. If it take 3 or 4 games for him to get the speed of the game, you should have waited. 3 games is not going to kill you.
No.
But the impatience of these motherfuckers is out of the charts. Stupid shit.
Now see, Rock and Blue says we gotta blame Frank. Now
He
Rock
said
and
we gotta
Blue.
stop blaming Frank. He said stop blaming Frank, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Frank
I'm
was in
sorry.
a.
I'm driving.
Hey, Rock,
I'm
Rock,
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
feel
I'm
you.
driving. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rocket said we gotta stop blaming Frank. Well,
That's what happened
you
when you get
right,
a position
Rocket.
you ain't qualified for, man. He won't
No,
qualify for that
no,
position.
no, 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 no. Rock and Blue is right. It wasn't just Frank. It was a coalition of things. What Q just said, the boy, the guy, Bryce Young, our quarterback, was not ready. Frank told ownership that he was not ready. Ownership, y'all got to understand, ownership had already, once this guy is the face of this franchise, and that's what Bryce Young is right now as the starting quarterback, the face of this franchise. Bojangles commercial, Under Armour, what's that drink he got? Uh, whatever that look,
Body
that
armor, body armor.
body armor, all that crap. You understand what I'm saying? All that is linked to the Carolina Panthers. All that is campaigns, campaigns, campaigns. Now, if he results all that into a losing effort, guess what? All them advertising dollars and everything else goes away. They not going back behind no 2-15 quarterback.
They did drop it, go.
So that's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. When they drop that, David Tepper lose money. The Carolina Panthers lose money. Bryce Young loses money. So it would behoove them. They tried, y'all, to get him some help in here. But he had to help himself at some point in time. He can't be throwing interceptions. He can't be letting people run him down from the backside. He can't be spinning around like a top into blocks. Now, a lot of that shit was on him. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it now. Y'all
Hey,
can
look,
That
man.
sit
Let's
here and
be
get
real,
mad with the
man.
messenger.
that shit
Y'all can
was a
get mad with the
clusterfuck from the
messenger
start.
all you want. But
Man,
the
your
coaching
offense,
staff, so why MDJ?
man. Listen, man. At the end of the day, your offense was a McStinker with fries, man. This shit was terrible. Nobody wanted that shit. It was terrible. The offense was shitty. Bryce was shitty. It was just a shit show.
But why was
Well,
it a
well,
shit show? Because your punk
exactly.
ass owner couldn't shut his fucking mouth and let everybody do their damn job. So therefore, you gonna always get a shit show when you let a bald head motherfucker who ain't never played a day in his life. That's why I keep telling these people, stop listening to these podcasters that tell you this stupid shit who ain't never played a day in their life. They don't make sense. You got to think about shit logically. Use your fucking sense. You letting a motherfucker who sit in the office tell you how to do your job. You know damn well this cat don't know what the fuck he talk. He come down with shit on a fucking napkin, telling the coach to run this play. Hey, run this play. Can you do it like this? I saw they did this in Cleveland. David tell me if you don't get the fuck out my face. That's what Frank should have told that motherfucker. But he was
True.
too scary. He had no fucking nuts.
One thing, I have to apologize. I got to apologize. I'm gonna go ahead and go on record and apologize to Dan Morgan. As this thing is starting to shape up, I'm looking at Dan Morgan, and Dan Morgan told them that he was not a yes man. But also, Dan Morgan, to an extent, hands is tied too. Dan Morgan didn't want to trade Brian Burns. Dan Morgan wanted to pay Brian Burns and build his team around Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, Derek Brown. If J.C. Horn could stay healthy, Jeremy Chin. Them key cornerstone pieces, what they said they were going to do. But same person Q just said stepped into it and didn't want to pay because once again, he gets information from people and he runs with it. And he said he couldn't pay the man. When Brent Tillis comes in, we found all this money to pay people.
But go. how does how could you believe in some shit like this where you just see like we went through 2.5 years of him waiting too long to fire a Matt Rule to the point where you look at how they treat Steve Wilkes, how you look Frank Wright comes in here, he only get a handful of games. You saw that shit was gonna be a mess with all them coaches they assembled. Everybody screaming the Avengers, the Avengers. Then you look around here, 10 left game. Remember, I told y'all motherfuckers in preseason, I said Frank a dead man walking if he can't figure this shit out. Told
Mhm.
you this shit. Now, I'm
So,
telling you, as sure as shit, we going down the same road as we going last year. And if
well,
Canales them don't produce wins with all these fucking moves, you just spent 160, 100, $200 million in free agency. 200 million almost in free agency. If these boys don't get some wins, I swear to God, Canales ass will be out here faster than we started pronouncing his name. The shit about to happen.
y'all think Q Scott Fitter was 14-37. That was his record as a GM for the Carolina Panthers. 14-37.
Terrible.
Now look, let me
14 and 37.
let me take it right here, Go. Let me take it right here.
Oh,
Just
go
walk
ahead.
with me. Just walk with me, right? Now, Rockin' Blue, man. Rockin' Blue showing a little early, and I appreciate it. These fellas be working hard, man. I appreciate you. But he said we got to stop blaming Frank Wright. And this is the last time I'm gonna do it. This is the last time I'm gonna do it, though. Steve Wilkes gave you the game, man. Steve Wilkes gave you the game. The end of the season, year before, we was on our way. The first thing Frank Wright came in this motherfucking change. Was there a problem with our running game prior to last year? It was not. But you go pay Miles Sanders $20 million. He
Well,
started fucking with shit that he didn't have to mess with that. The running game was fine. You go change the philosophy of your offensive line. That was the strong point of our team the year before. He was fucking with shit he shouldn't have
MDJ,
been fucking with.
where he fucked up at is they didn't come in and talk to Deontay Foreman. He came in, he let Deuce Staley run the running back room and said, "Hey, I want Miles Sanders. I want to bring him over because that's my guy." That's where they start fucking up, bringing in my guy type of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The offense was ugly before he got here. It was ugly. It was an ugly bitch. It was ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But damn it, we was winning. You know what I'm saying? We
Fat
leaned on the
bitch with the
defense and
wooden
we was
shoe.
winning.
Mm-hmm.
It was ugly as hell.
Well,
It was bland, basic, but we was winning, man. He shouldn't have fucked with that aspect of the team, I feel like. And I just think that
let,
slid us. That's where we took a dive.
let's say what if for a second. Let's be a what if. Let's be what if guys. What if everything that was said was true and Frank wanted CJ Stroud? Everything that we seen was true at the combines, at the pro days, and all that, and Frank wanted CJ Stroud. When McCown said, "I'll see you in Charlotte," that was signs of saying, "Hey, boy, we already done talked about this. We getting ready to get you." Okay? What if? So, therefore, MDJ, what you said, Frank had to change his philosophy for what they made him go get. Because if you look at it, right, what I was just talking about, these were the moves that was made in free agency. Miles Sanders, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy.
Yep.
But you get,
Hayden Hurst,
you
Miles
get,
Sanders, all of them. Adam
yeah,
Thielen.
but okay, come April the 20 something, 30 days later, you don't pick. You tell me I got my guy. I'm planning here in March to pick my guy that you told me I was gonna pick my guy. Then here come April, you change the game on me. Now I done picked the people that would compliment him in free agency. The shit was fucked up from the gate, MDJ. Q. It was fucked up from the jump.
Hey, look, man, the
What was Frank
offense
supposed to
needed a
do?
spark, man. It needed a
Frank was
spark.
supposed to stand and have nuts and say the same thing Andy Reid told that motherfucker. Because Andy Reid didn't win a championship at that moment when he said, "This is my pick. If you don't like it, if it don't pan
Fire
out,
me.
take my job. Fire me."
Fire me.
He was
Fire me.
Guess
just
what, though?
just over average Andy is what they used to call him at that time. Go ahead, MJ.
Yeah, no,
Say
I'm
MD
saying
say,
he ain't had no nuts. Q. He was scared. He wanted to be around. You know what I'm saying? He wanted that head coach money, and he gonna get his head coach money. He just won't be here getting it because his
Oh
ass got
shit.
fired anyway. His
Oh
ass got
shit.
fired anyway. How the fuck you gonna go get
MDJ.
who you want and your
MDJ.
ass still get fired? You
This
do what he
man
tell you
had
to do, and you get fired.
this man had 20 years of experience as a quarterback and then damn near close to 20 years of coaching. And you could tell this man right here, he can't pick his own quarterback. You saw Fred right face how mad he looked on draft night. Come on, bro. When he
That's why I
sat
said,
there,
man. And CJ Stroud Pro Day, I thought Frank Wright was gonna kiss that boy on the damn lips. Boy, he loves CJ Stroud. He was with the shit. He was with the shit. We had him. He was right there. He was right there. He was with the shit, man. I'm telling you. He was with it. Them boys were skinning and grinning. He was with the shit.
oh my God.
And,
guess
and I
what?
So
guess after that day, his nuts got put in the refrigerator or something. But
Yeah, yeah. That's what happened. They
I'm
cut them,
telling you,
they
man, we
snipped them
had
shit
the
right
ship
off.
was right there. We had everything we needed. We was in position to
So
take a generational quarterback. We had a good offensive line the year before, and everything just went straight to shit, man. I can't help but blame Frank. I do blame Frank. Matter of fact, I blame Bryce, but damn it, I blame Frank too.
I told you Frank was a lying motherfucker. Once he started all that, I believe in Bryce. Bryce is good. He's smarter than a 2-year starter. But then you secretly around here trying to bench the motherfucker. Week 1, he had that terrible game where he threw them 2 picks in Atlanta. Week 2, I think he got an injury on his ankle. I think
ankle.
something wrong with him. You
Mm-hmm.
fake an injury to get the boy off the field because you just couldn't take it no more.
That's
And
another
that's the
thing
thing.
too, Q. I
People
think
lying.
If Andy Dalton won that game, his ass might have got some more burn, man. It's just the
I,
fact that
I
we
don't know.
lost.
I know for
It was the
sure.
fact we
If,
lost.
If
if
Andy Dalton would have won that Seattle game in the 12th man, that boy wouldn't have seen the field no more the goddamn year. I could have
I
promised
don't
you that.
believe that. I don't believe that, coach. Not I mean Q. Not no more. No, no,
Shit.
no, 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 no.
You go to the
I
12th
think,
man
and
and you beat a
I
Seattle
know,
team that was fire hot.
I know them 2 weeks that they had originally said that Bryce was going to be out, and they would have had them 2 weeks. Far as the Seattle game and the Minnesota game, because
Mm.
those was 2 winnable games. Everybody in the chat know this. Everybody on this panel know that. Minnesota came in there 0-3 just like us. Same record. And the 31st defense. If that wasn't a winnable game at that time, on paper, 31st defense rolling to your house. 0-3 just like you sitting 0-3. And they beat you. They just didn't. They beat you. It wasn't no, oh man, if we had time ran out on us, we was marching down the field or anything like that. They beat us without all their stars, not at 100% strength. Cause I don't believe Justin Jefferson didn't play that game, did he?
Nah,
No,
he
I
missed the
don't.
first. He missed 10 games,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
I mean
He
7
missed.
games. He missed 7
Yeah,
games. He
7
only
games
played
of the
10.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, Jefferson didn't even play. They wasn't in at 100%. So
Yeah.
I don't want to be the negative Nancy of it.
Too late. Too
No,
late. We
no,
the
no.
negative Nancy podcast. I mean that's
The
how they
real
look at
AJ
us.
said the real AJ said he did play. I know somebody was out. I mean, I can go
What?
back and look at the game the next time we come on, but I know they wasn't at 100%. I don't know
Go.
if Justin played. I don't know if Kurt didn't play. I don't know. Somebody didn't play.
Go.
Yeah,
We are the
yo,
negative Nancy podcast because we don't get up here and shake ass for no damn Bryce Young. Nobody, when we say, hey, I got higher expectations from what I saw from this boy. But instead, everybody gets out here and make excuses. And because we
yeah.
don't make excuses for Bryce Young, they get offended. People leave the chat when you talk about them. If you say something in the video they don't like, they get ass hurt. I have never seen a boy lose more games than Bryce and get a stronger fan base. What in the good fuck is going on in today's NFL when a nigga losing got more fans than a nigga winning? You
I
thought
don't know.
Bryce would have won the MVP?
I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was rookie of the year. You might have said around here he
Yeah,
rookie of the year. He
he
rookie of the year.
is. He's better than CJ. That's what they
Oh
saying.
my god. No, I ain't hear nobody say that.
You crazy
I
than a
must have been
motherfucker.
asleep.
These boys talking
I ain't,
crazy, man.
I ain't hear
I,
nobody
I
say
ain't gonna
that.
say. I ain't gonna say no
Well,
names, but it was definitely said.
It's
it was
said.
I ain't gonna
said.
say
It's
no
being
names.
Oh
said
my
out
god.
there.
For the
It's
Oh
record,
being
my god.
said
I
out
ain't
there.
say it. I ain't say it, but they definitely
Oh
said it.
my god.
It's a bunch of people
Well,
who don't know what the fuck they talking about saying that Bryce Young, mediocre ass at 2,700 yards, is better than 4,000 and some change yards. CJ Stroud, top 5 quarterback right now, MVP candidate CJ Stroud. That's what they've been saying.
wow.
That's what they've been saying, bro.
Wow.
Stupid shit. Anybody
Wow,
with
that's
a
not
set of
what they wow.
eyeballs, with a set of eyeballs, can see these two motherfuckers ain't on the same axis. But because
Night and day.
they won week 8, they say, "Oh, well, that automatically makes Bryce better." No, it wasn't, dumbass.
Well, no.
It's just a game. He
Um,
won the game.
all right.
Walk
Let's
off
get on
field goal.
let's get on to another talking point. Okay, fellas, free agency. We got rid of Brian Burns, got rid of Von Bell, Bradley Bozeman, Dante Jackson, and a couple more other pieces. So, with what we got off the team, what we had to let go, release, trade, whatever, what we brought in here, the Deontay Johnsons, the DJ Wambas, the all them guys. Do y'all feel they was upgrades? And do you think we got proper compensation for
You
what we
want this
let go?
MDJ or you want me to get this MDJ? How you feeling?
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna be long on this, man. Like I said, man, the truth is, Bryce Young got sacked 62 times. So if you go spend money and get offensive lineman, who the fuck am I to complain about it, right? Your defense got ran on all fucking season, and you go get some D linemen. Who am I to complain?
That's that
I
shit
mean,
I'm talking
with the
about
guys
right
we
there.
had, Luvu, Chin, Brian Burns, Dante Jackson, man. Listen, man, you done seen that movie the last 3-4 seasons. Now, am
Mm.
I saying these guys are gonna be better? I'm not gonna go on that motherfucker, that thin ass limb and say that shit because I might fall and bust my ass. But am I mad
Okay.
about it? I'm not mad at all, bro, because I seen that movie with them boys. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad, man. I'm watching something new.
I'm
And your ass won 2 games, so what the fuck? You can't get no worse, I feel like. It's just me.
okay.
So I'm
Okay.
cool with it. I'm cool with everything they did. Trading Burns, what the fuck we got for him is what we got for him. I'm glad he got his money, too. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I was a fan of the player and then complain that the player did better and good for himself. So that's just me. I'm cool with everything we did. I'm cool with it.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So I'm gonna be 100%. Be ready for this right here. Defensively, I like some of the pieces that we did, but to me, you just hired a bunch of B+ players, and you gave them 1 to 2 year deals. Everybody who jumping up and down saying that Ashawn Robinson, he got a 3 year, $22.5 million deal. Now, how much of a difference at 6'4", 330 pounds can this guy make? Is he going to compliment Derek Brown that much? Because you got to understand, with this defense, you could kind of see he's the only one that got a 3 year deal. Everybody else is on here. Well, I'm sorry, Josie, the linebacker, who they calling Luke Kuechly right now.
Uh-huh.
We got dumbass people calling Josie Jewell Luke Kuechly. They're saying he's Luke Kuechly like. He gives them Dan Morgan vibes. This motherfucker is a stopgap player, 6 year starter from the Broncos. Come on, man. Are you shitting me? This guy had 100 tackles, but you gotta understand, he ain't no goddamn Luke Kuechly. Why y'all stop? Y'all got to stop this dumb shit. You got to stop it. Yes, he's a decent player. He's an average linebacker. He should get 100 tackles. That's what an average linebacker should get. I'm not sitting around here throwing no shit against the wall saying, hey, this guy right here is some goddamn 7-time All Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler, Defensive Player of the Year. How the fuck can y'all say some shit like that? This guy is Luke Kuechly. I love him. He's going to replace Luke. Y'all shut the fuck up. Get out of my damn face. These guys here are average at best. And you had to do something because you got rid of your best player in Burns. You let your next best player in Frankie Louvu walk. So you had to get something. So you got a bunch of B plus players in here
Mhm.
to try to compensate for everything you lost. So you just threw some shit together. That's what this defense looked like to me. Now I like Troy Hill signing. He earned that. I respect the shit out of Troy Hill for his play from last year. But I'm looking at everything else and I'm saying on this defense, Ajero Evero probably got another year here. This is it. This is his last year here. Looking at this team. You go get DJ Wanham from the Vikings, another B plus goddamn linebacker who was on the opposite end of
Danielle
Daniil
Hunter.
Hunter,
Danielle Hunter. Mhm.
a fucking Robin. You go get another Robin instead of getting a Batman. You go get a guy who Daniil Hunter was creating sacks for. Stop this shit, man. Come on. I'm looking at this team. Y'all went and spent $100 million on offensive linemen, $50 million on the other offensive linemen. MDJ said he ain't gonna complain about it. Oh, well, excuse the fuck out of me. You overpaid. You needed the help on the offensive line, but you could have got cheaper. There was a better way of doing it. You needed the help. You could have drafted one. You could have probably hit free agency and got another one. But you didn't have to spend close to 200 million on goddamn offensive linemen. But I shut my fucking mouth because nobody want to hear the truth. I don't understand this shit, man. These moves are decent moves, but with us being ranked 32 in the power rankings, these moves we probably was worse than 32. If there was 33 teams, we would be below that. This moves that we made brought us right back to being 32, 31. And with this new schedule that we have this year, good fucking luck.
Mm. D'Angelo.
What's good? What's good? What's good, fellas?
Ain't
Man,
What's good
nothing.
with
I
it?
see. I see you
My
come
dog.
in. Did you catch the question there, buddy?
no, I didn't catch. I didn't catch the whole question. What was that question? My signal
What?
is acting crazy right now, but I think I should be good right now.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Good to have you. No,
Yes,
the
sir.
question was that with all the acquisitions in free agency that the Panthers made,
Hmm.
all the cuts, Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, Dante Jackson, cuts, trades, what have you, bond bills, this and that. Did we upgrade the positions? Did we get fleeced off a nest? How do you feel? How do you feel
Well,
that they did?
well, I just heard Q uh semi rant, and I'm gonna come at it from another angle because I'm not pissed off. I'm not pissed off about the moves that we made. I think we made some decent moves. Now are they need? Now are they moves that's gonna boost us? Give us instead of us being 32, is that gonna shoot us to the middle of the pack? No, 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 definitely not. But you got to take it into consideration what we lost. I mean, the state of the franchise, the state of the situation that we in right now. I think Dan Morgan actually did the best that he could do. I think Scott Fitter set us up, put us in a fucking terrible situation. And I think Dan did the best that he could do. I mean, am I excited about some of the moves? No, but I like some of the moves. I actually like some of the moves. I like, and I will agree with you, Q, when you said we got a bunch of B plus players. That is true. But we couldn't expect to get the A's. You know what I'm saying? We was really gonna have to super overpay for the A players. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the two guards that we got, I'm super excited for those guards because first of all, you know, the first thing these Bryce Sexuals gonna say, first thing they say is Bryce didn't have time. We got to give Bryce help coming up the middle. So these two behemoth guards that we got definitely gonna goddamn account for that. We ain't gonna have to worry about that no more. So that's gonna be an excuse that the bisexuals can't use. So the trade that we got for Deontay Johnson, I think that was a masterful trade because I mean we all know that we was gonna release Dante Jackson. So for him to pull off a low level one, high level two receiver. I think that was a good. I think that was good. I think that was. I think we won that trade with the Steelers on that. I actually kind of like Deontay Johnson. So I like that move. I really love the Corey. I mean, I said the Corey, but the Jordan Fuller move. Jordan Fuller move.
Yeah,
Excited about that. I like that safety. So
that's
I
the
mean,
only
I'm not.
one I really love. I
I
love
feel
that
Yeah,
like
one too
that's a
now.
that's an upgrade. I feel like
yeah, that's
that's
an
a slight
upgrade.
upgrade.
That's
That's the
that's
Yeah,
first
that's
that's an
upgrade.
definitely
upgrade. Yeah, me
that's
too.
a definitely upgrade. That's definitely an
Yeah.
upgrade. So I'm not mad at. I still think we need to. I'm not real big when it comes to Xavier Woods. I mean, he's physical, but I would like another ball hawking safety. I think Jordan Fuller is that safety, but I would like another playmaking safety that's physical as well. I don't know. I think about Xavier Woods. His hands are terrible. I don't think he plays the ball the way it needs to be played. But I mean, he's not bad. But I would look to upgrade that I don't, and we still don't know who's going to play strong, who's going to play free. So I would say I would upgrade that I would still look to upgrade that opposite safety position from Jordan Fuller.
No, I agree. I
Okay.
think to me the
Good
biggest
assessment.
off-season acquisition was Jordan Fuller. Everybody
Yeah,
else, like I said, if there is any nigga with a bat with a utility belt on his motherfucking waist, it's him. Everybody else, he the only Batman. Everybody else Robins. Um, you hit that with him. Everything that we seen on this defense that they brought in will keep us to be middle of the pack. And I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be fuck nobody day up saying that we're gonna be middle of the pack. And this offensive line, I'm afraid they rebuilt this offensive line. I'm afraid that they're moving Austin Corbett over. Is he ready to play center? Is he ready to play period? We know he
I
coming
don't.
off of an MCL.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's a dead giveaway that we're gonna draft. We definitely drafting a center with one of those first, one of those 2 second round picks. Think we're driving the center, and it don't necessarily have to be a one of the second round picks, but Fan Pran, somebody like that in the third round. I think we definitely gonna get a goddamn center. You
I,
better
I
in the
Yeah.
first,
yeah, I
and
agree.
with our first few picks, you best believe we drafting the center.
Mm.
I mean, they, they
So
they literally they literally have addressed every other position on the offensive line. They done got guards on both sides, tackles. The only thing that they didn't go get in free agency was a center on that O line. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
agree
a,
with
and a tight end, and a tight end. They gonna
you. Yeah,
grab a tight end
yeah.
too.
yeah, you need a
Tight end,
tight end in this draft.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we could get
A good one.
Jatavion, yeah,
That's
Sanders.
my guy.
Yeah, I think we can get him.
Stover,
Him, K.
Sanal.
Stover,
Yeah,
Benson, Jaheim Bell.
uh,
As long as
yeah.
you get one of them guys, you'll be fine because those guys will be. They can come in and block as well as get out and catch for you and give you production. Any one of
Right.
them guys.
So with that saying, segue into another talking point. What if they reach for somebody or trade up?
Oh
How do
shit,
y'all
we
feel
just
about
Oh
did
no
that?
no no
this.
no no no. Trading up is a fucking no no. Trading up. I say this. Trading up into the first round is a fucking no no. That's a no no. We can't afford to do that. But trading back, I would like us to trade back. One of those second round picks, I think we should trade back, depending on how the board falls. I mean, now if it's a first round pick that was highly rated and he happens to fall to the first round and he was high on our board and we can't pass him up, then okay, yeah, take him at 33, and then you should still trade back that pick 39. I think. I mean, because we still ain't got enough picks for the holes that we got. We still need to recuperate some picks, if you ask me.
You need too much shit to trade up. Now, can you
Yeah.
trade back and gain some shit? Yeah, yeah. You can sell some
Yeah,
shit and
but
get some
But
but
money. You can't
but
get
you
no
know
money
what?
unless you
historically,
get some
have
But
shit.
we
you know
ever
who you
done
been.
that?
But you
Yeah,
know
we
who
done
you
that.
been. You know who you dealing with. You know who you been dealing with in the last 3 years now.
David Tepper. He
That was
gonna fuck
It's
Fisto.
up the wet
not
dream.
hard against them to trade up. It's not. I'm
Say
telling
that
y'all,
again,
y'all,
bro.
and y'all were. I said it's not out the window for them to trade up. Y'all know
It
who
ain't.
y'all dealing with. Y'all know who you've been dealing with in the last 3
You right.
years.
You
If
right.
y'all are just sitting here with your eyes closed in the chat everywhere, everybody listen to my voice. They are slobbing over themselves, still trying to figure out how can I get into that first round
Well,
on
let me give you
Thursday
some
night.
pushback, go. Let me give you some pushback, go. You just said
Okay?
I heard you say I heard you say that you gotta apologize to Dan Morgan. He ain't no
Yes,
yes
sir.
man. So I think Dan Morgan is gonna make David Tepper sit his ass down and say, look at here, man. We ain't trading into this first round. We can trade
Hey,
back.
hey,
We can
D'Angelo,
trade.
he might
You
not be
got
Uh
no
more
yes
faith
man,
in him than
but
I do.
he had to be a motherfucker to make that motherfucker sit down. Now he might not be a yes man, but to make
He'll
him
he'll
sit
be an
down.
unemployed man. He
Okay,
do that shit right
okay,
there.
okay.
Oh, okay.
To
Fuck
make
around
him
and
sit
find
down.
out.
Yeah,
well, you're right. Well, I think as long as he shows Tep, you know what I'm saying, that he know what he's doing and how to he can steer the ship. I think Tep, Tep might give him some fucking might try to give him some advice on what to do. And once he sees goddamn Dan Morgan knows what he's doing, I don't think he's gonna too
D'Angelo,
much try to go ahead.
D'Angelo.
You
Go ahead.
look that
You
nigga in
talking
the
about
Tepper
a
face,
got to stay
guy.
in the house
D'Angelo.
this time,
You
man.
talking. You talking.
Tepper
You
not
talking about
outside
a
this
man.
summer, man. He not
You
outside
talking
this
about
summer.
an
He's staying in the
owner.
house, man.
You talking about the guy that's wearing the logo that owned this team that sat his ass in the owner's box and sent down a play to a fucking NFL coach on a napkin.
Yeah, now yeah, that's silly shit. That's silly shit.
Hey, go. It's the
Huh?
Yeah.
fact that
Shit
we
on a
know all
napkin.
this shit, bro. It's the
That's
fact
the
that we know
that's
all
the
this shit, bro.
that's the
He gonna sit
equivalent
down. He gonna
Hey,
sit
hey,
of
down.
try
me
this.
ignorant
Hey, they ran this in Cleveland.
in
Hey,
Cleveland.
try this.
I seen it on TV the other week.
This
That's
bitch
the
got shit right
equivalent
on a napkin.
of me because I know how to cook a little bit to go to Vegas out there and tell and give Gordon Ramsay a motherfucking recipe. You
World
understand what
class
I'm saying?
chef.
Yeah.
World class chef. World class chef. The
Chef, I
sin
cooked this at
that
the house,
is,
chef.
I mean, even though whatever y'all want to think about Frank, that's some disrespectful shit.
It
Whatever
is, but
y'all want to think about Frank, that's some disrespectful shit.
what you talking about? What Tep going over his head?
No, Tell sending down a motherfucking play on a napkin.
Oh, play. Oh, yeah. Most definitely,
That
yeah.
clearly say he don't trust the coach. That what that say?
That's some
I can't
disrespectful
trust you to
shit.
get your job done, so here, I gotta play for your ass. That's what
Hey,
that shit say to me.
Rock and Blue spent in the $2 super chat say y'all like Van Pran out of Georgia.
Yes,
What
I
y'all
sir.
like him
say?
a
Van
lot.
Pran, Zach Frazier,
I like him a
Mike
lot.
Mike Zinter from Michigan. All those boys are exceptional. Can play guard and center. But I think Zach Frazier as well as Van Pran are the two guys you should target if you're gonna get a
But
center.
but Q, all them guys you just named, right? That's a lot of that's talent right there. Why? That's
but
why I say why would you move up and give away picks when you
right. You
got
can't
all
do
that
that.
talent right there?
You can't do
You
that. Yeah,
just
you,
can't
you're
do
right.
it.
You're right.
MDJ,
It's too much. That
MDJ.
in that middle of that draft. Let me say this real quick, Q. From the second, third, fourth round, man. It's so much fucking talent in those 2 rounds, man. And we gotta accumulate some more draft capital some way. You know what I'm saying? And the only really way to do that is trade one of those second round. Hell, fuck it. If the board falling the way you like it's falling, trade both of them motherfuckers back. Shit.
Nah. Oh, but you got
It's
some
MDJ.
of them guys. You
it's
got some of
shit in
them
the middle of
guys.
that draft. That's actually where
Hold
all
up,
the
y'all.
talent
Now,
is. That's
y'all
where
got
Houston.
some of them guys that have played center because now we talking about the center position. You got you just paid $150 million, so you better have them two guards locked up.
Go
Them
go
two
Yeah.
go
some
go
bitches better play, and they better play well. And I'm done with
go
that. Now,
go. Can I
you
can,
need
can I
to
get that?
have a pure center coming out of this. So which one of them guys is the best pure center?
This is the point I was trying to make to y'all a long time ago. I don't give a damn which one of the you. We got 2 second-round picks. You could have used that instead of went into free agency, spending up all that goddamn money. It could have got Both of them, Van Pern and the West Virginia motherfucker. Hello, you could have picked them and not have to spend 150 million.
Well, you could have
Excuse the
got.
fuck out of me.
Hold
I
on,
mean,
Q. Oh, go ahead, go.
well, see, y'all got to look at it like this. On draft night, if you're looking at the big board, Graham Barton from Duke is projected to go anywhere from 25 to 30. Right now, something
Right.
can happen. Some trades and all kind of shit that make, and Graham can
He can
fall. So
fall. He can fall. Right.
we picking at 33. So then the next guy would be Zach Frazier, who's going at 37, and we got a 33 pick, right? Then the next guy, Cooper Beebe from Kansas State. I think that's who Q was just talking about. No, you
No,
talking about Zach
Zinter
Frazier?
No,
from Michigan.
yeah,
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 West
Zinter.
Virginia. There. But go.
Zach Frazier from West Virginia.
What I'm saying is these guys knew this entire time they were going to trade Brian Burns. When the pick that we got back from Brian Burns, they could have sat their ass still, went
no.
in at 33 and 39, and
I'm gonna tell
double
you why they didn't do
attack the
that, Q.
guard position.
You can't do
Well,
that, Q. You can't do that, Q. You can't do that for the simple fact. You know what I'm saying? You want to get, even though we high on these guys, anything can happen. You see what I'm saying? Any of these rookies could fucking
Oh,
flame out.
okay. So
So
you
why
get
not go?
one and get a veteran then. How about that?
Yeah,
But
but
this is the
I mean,
thing though. We don't know that they're gonna be there. It's projected
right,
and they damn sure can be there,
exactly.
but we don't know.
That's another thing too. There you go. That was my other point I was gonna make too. You don't know how that draft board gonna fall either. So
Okay. So
you gotta cover your ass. You like we always say, you gotta make sure you ain't going into that fucking draft thirsty for a certain position. You
okay,
want
so
to,
I'm glad you said that, D'Angelo. You spent
uh-huh.
$100 million on a goddamn guard that ain't never made a Pro Bowl or All Pro. How do you justify that? Since you saying a rookie can't give you what you hope, how the fuck you know this nigga gonna give it to you?
Well, one thing we know about the Pro Bowl, Q, you can't always guard the Pro Bowl. I mean, Taylor Moton ain't never made a Pro Bowl, and he's been rock solid for us. So, I mean, you can't always look
T-
at the fucking
Taylor Moton
accolades.
has been average at
He's
best
been
for us.
he's been average. Okay, he has been average, but
Average.
when you look at the eye test, you know what I'm saying. You can see Robert Hunt. He's a dog. You know what I'm saying. You watch his film. He a dog. So I mean, the eye test tells me that Robert Hunt is going, barring injury, knock on wood, Robert Hunt is going to be fine. Now
And
I'm a little more 50-50 on Damian Lewis. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I'm a little more 50-50 on him. But Robert Hunt, from what I've seen, Robert Hunt should be okay.
look, D'Angelo, I love your optimism, but you talking about motherfuckers in the system for the Carolina Panthers, where people fall off like it's goddamn Space Jam in this motherfucker. They just lose their talent when they come here. You telling me a motherfucker who couldn't make a Pro Bowl in Miami, couldn't make an All Pro in Miami for tour, go come over here and be God sended, ascending into the clouds. He gonna
Well,
walk on water.
I
He gonna
didn't
be
say he
better
was
than
gonna
what
be
the fuck
God
you
sent.
got,
Yeah,
probably.
there you go,
It's a better
MB.
chance.
Yeah,
It's a better
I,
chance he gonna
I
better
didn't say
be
he was
better than
gonna
what
be.
you
Okay,
got.
I didn't
okay.
say he was gonna
Now
be
we
Moses.
talking.
But this is the thing though, right? You got a plan A and you got a plan B. So if plan A don't work, you gonna go look to plan B. Now if you
There is
go in
no
there with just
such
plan
thing
A,
as a plan B when you spend $100
Well,
million dollars.
this is
Q,
and this y'all hold just 1 second. Tack this down. I hear what Q saying. I hear what MDJ saying. I hear what D'Angelo saying. But this is the thing, y'all. They tried to blow smoke up your ass and make you think that this was a rebuild by cutting and giving away and letting and releasing guys. That's what you do in a fire sale. Start a rebuild. But this really was not. You go and you find 150, 160 some odd $1 million like we competing for something and spend this money. That's where Q gripe comes in. Now, where the positivity of D'Angelo and MDJ comes in and say, least they did something. MDJ says something like, I'm tired of looking at that same movie or that same picture. You understand? He just wants to see something new. You got other people that say, okay, well, at least we building on the offense. You got to do something for Bryce. Okay, even though they've already started the narrative. If Bryce Young is a little better, if Bryce Young is worse than he was last year, like I said earlier, they're going to try to say, well, this is his rookie year. Y'all ain't no damn time machine. This is not his fucking rookie year. I don't care what excuses they had last year. We didn't have this, we didn't have that. This is not his rookie year. He has played a whole damn season in the NFL, and he played the whole season except for one game. Now, my biggest gripe is that you had 4 offensive linemen where we got 3 picks from anywhere from 33 to 65. We could have picked up 2 of these guys and had just as good as offensive line as we're going to have this year right here with the pieces that we
Hmm.
got without having to spend that money. And then we could have took that money, spread it out. And next year, we'd have been financially stable and we'd have already had rookies in place. Because if you give Bryce Young another year or you give him this year, he stinks it up. And then you make more excuses for him to give him another year and get him closer to us having to pay this motherfucker. And we talking about mediocre or what y'all call him a while ago? Ultimate game manager? Or what the fuck was that?
His ceiling is high level.
High
game.
level. That's what he
that's
call
his
him.
High
ceiling.
level
I ain't
game
calling him no
manager.
shit
No,
like that.
High level game manager.
I didn't
For a
trade
high
up
level
from
game
9 to
manager,
1 to get
His
a high
ceiling is
level
that.
game
That's his
manager.
for a
ceiling.
high level,
His ceiling is that.
no.
Right
I
now,
ain't,
he
no
might
sir.
be backup buddy, but
That ain't gonna
his
get it.
ceiling.
That ain't gonna get it, bro.
This is the
Well,
thing though.
MDJ, even
How can
a
you tell
motherfucker
me?
with a feeling like that, MDJ, that's that. Do you know
No,
what we got to do? Do you know who the fuck we got to beat? Like me and Q was talking off the air today. You got to beat Patrick Mahomes. Motherfuckers getting defenses just to go at Patrick Mahomes. When Peyton Manning was in his division, the Texans was known for defense because they had to face Peyton Manning 2 years. People have to come at you different. They have to draft different. They have to coach different when you have that guy at that back there in that quarterback position.
That's a fact.
Go.
You
This way you
you
go. This
are
way
the aggressor.
you piss me off with this shit. Go because this is what I want you to do. Answer this
Go
question
ahead,
for me.
get it to me. Go
Who
ahead.
can I go pay? Who can I go pay to go back and draft C.J. Stroud instead of Bryce Young? How can I get that done?
The same way you
need to
can't
get the
go to fuck
DeLorean.
back.
Who can I call to
The
go do
same
that?
way you can't go to fuck back. The same way you can't go to fuck back and say this nigga on his rookie year. The same motherfucker way. But they doing it. They
Bro, that was
doing it.
yesterday, man. We got
Go.
Bryce Young, bro. I
Go.
can't. I'm not gonna keep complaining about some shit.
Hold
I
on,
know
hold on,
I
hold on.
can't fix.
MDJ, I know you didn't say this is Bryce Young's real rookie year. Did you say that?
No,
Yeah,
I
you
did
did.
not
No,
say that. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
national
Oh, okay,
media,
No,
okay.
I did not
national
say that.
media,
Who said that? Who
national
said
media
that?
is starting to say
Who
that
said
shit.
that?
Yeah,
DSA.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
the
yeah.
national media
Is
want me
starting
to
to
say
I
that,
heard.
but no, I didn't say that.
I think
I was about to baptize your black ass if you said that.
I heard 99.1 the fan. Who that dude from 99.1 the fan? I think I heard him
Oh, Tim.
try to say
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
Crazy
I heard
shit.
him say that shit yesterday. But I ain't buying that shit.
Can
Here's the
I
thing
ask y'all
right here.
fellas a question? Oh, go ahead, D.
Oh, okay. No, it's gonna be quick. I was just gonna say this right here. I think it's a reason why, and I could be wrong, but this is just me trying to throw my shoulder out, you know what I'm saying? Me put my tinfoil hat on. You know what I'm saying? The reason why that shit was leaked about Nicole Temple wanting CJ Stroud is is the way to show that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't all the way in on this motherfucker.
They want
And
out. Yeah, they want out.
they want out. They leaking shit got leaked. That shit didn't get leaked for no reason.
It's too late for that, goddammit. it.
But
We done spent
but hold
everything
on.
we could in the pocket.
But that's what I'm. But hold on, Q. Just calm down, because it's gonna be all right. And this is what I think they're doing. I think they're making this situation with Bryce where there ain't gonna be no excuse. You know what I'm saying? They setting Bryce up to see. Okay, look, we gotta see what we got in this motherfucker right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? And if the motherfucker can't swim, when they set his ass up to show that he's fucking worthy of being an NFL quarterback, I'm telling you, his ass is done after this year. He gonna have to sink or swim this
Yeah,
goddamn year right here. Because they setting it
Look,
up. They setting it up where it ain't gonna be
he's
no
done.
excuse. They tried to get Mike
Done.
Williams. They tried to get Mike Williams too. So they letting
You
you
can
know they
you can go
goddamn it
get God Almighty or goddamn John Van Bundy to come out here and play.
they
You get Paul Bunyan. I don't give a damn who you get. You
But
take
what
this
you what
motherfucker
you
on
what
the
you
field with
saving
him.
for? Who you gonna
I
get
like to
next year? You don't
recognize.
even know who the
I
fuck
like to
them
recognize.
guys
At
is.
the end of the
You
day,
don't know who the fuck them
eh,
guys
Y'all,
is.
come
y'all,
on with this shit.
I like to recognize the real HATNT for his $2 super chat, and he said only AR can say this is his rookie year.
right.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact, but he only played like 2 or 3 games. So
Yeah.
he
Go.
didn't have as
So
much success as motherfucker. But y'all go ahead and continue. Now we
I
got
want
to
to
read the
ask you a
money now.
question, Go.
I know y'all ain't
I
hot
understand. You
topic,
don't read the
but y'all
money.
wait got
Now you done got me hot, God damn it. Now, think about this. What's the last team you know actually built their team through free agency? What's the
not
last
now
team you
one,
know?
not now one in 100 and some odd
No,
years.
no, no,
Not
no.
now.
There was one. There was one. There was one who built a
the
Who?
team in
the
free agency.
Rams did
No,
it.
the
The
fuck
Rams.
that,
The Rams.
no,
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 no, it
no,
wasn't
no,
the
no. It
Rams.
didn't build it. It
It
didn't
Yeah,
was
build it.
the
It
he did. He
New
just gave you one. He
built it.
England
just gave you one.
It got
Patriots
it for
and
a
Bill
season.
Belichick. They built their team offensively and defensively through free agency. And guess what they did? They went out in the draft with Cam Newton, and then now after the draft they went and got Mac Jones. Now be mindful, because they thought they had the quarterback position correct. They went out and they bought everything they figured they needed. They went and got edge rushers. They went and got receivers, Nelson Aguilar and them boys. Look,
That's
at the
B
end of
plus.
the
That's
God,
C. That's C
a
plus.
bunch of B plus motherfuckers. And they
That's
went and
C
got
plus.
Mac Jones. We doing the same dumb shit the Patriots just did 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Stupid shit. Mac Jones is Bryce Young.
Q.
But I think
Who you gonna get next year? I want you to tell me, since you can see the fucking future. Who the fuck gonna be out there that you can get next year with your $100 million you don't want to spend? Who you gonna go get?
You could take your time, sit your black ass down, and be patient and draft motherfuckers. Do you know how many draft
In
picks
other
we just
words, you
had?
don't fucking know. You don't know.
Wolf. I
So go
mean,
ahead and spend this shit, bro.
you boy.
damn,
MD
man.
Bryce.
Now I'm Wolf.
You Bryce.
I'm Wolf now. I'm
Look
Wolf.
here. Look here.
I'm
You
Wolf.
know how many picks we just pissed away in the last 2 years? You could have built 2 fucking teams. Come on, man.
Hey, look,
You could have
man. I
took your
want y'all
time and
boys.
draft.
Man, y'all just whining over shit that done happened that you can't fucking
Okay.
fix,
All
man.
right.
That's real
Okay.
shit. I'm
I'm
not. Look,
whining.
that's real
I'm
shit.
whining.
You told me
Your
I can
black
say what I
ass
want to
lips
say. That's
bet
real
not
shit.
say a
You
motherfucking
whining, man.
thing when Bryce come out here and stink the bitch up all year. You sit in your corner, drink your tea, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I could
Oh,
have just took the same players and did the same shit I've been doing and been sorry as fuck like I've been the last 4 years. I could have did that
y'all
shit.
hold up.
Bruh,
Y'all hold
fuck
up.
that. At
Y'all
least
hold
they
up.
doing something.
Y'all hold up. Y'all hold up. This show is by the fans, for the fans, with the fans. Hey, my guy Chris asks what the schedule look like this season. Chris, I'm gonna read it out to you there, buddy Rowe.
that
Okay.
motherfucker tough. I'm gonna tell you, Chris. Go ahead, go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Chris, at home, we don't have the dates yet, Chris. We don't have the dates, but we got home and away opponents. At home, Chris, we have the Falcons, we have the Saints, we have the Bucks. Those are our divisional opponents. So you already know that. This is home. Now, at home, we have New York Giants. Brian Burns finally is going to come back to Bank of America Stadium. We got the Cowboys. We got the Cardinals. We got the Chiefs, but that Chiefs game is the Germany game, and we are considered the home team. So the Chiefs game is in Germany. We got Jim Harbaugh's Los Angeles Chargers, and then we got that boy, the Wolf, I like to call him, that Timber Wolf, Joe Burrow for Cincinnati Bengals coming to Bank of America. That's the home game now. New York, Cowboys, Arizona Cardinals, Chiefs in Germany, Los Angeles Chargers, and the Bengals. Now, away, you got the away game, the same divisional game, Falcons, Saints, and Buccaneers. Then you have Philly, Washington, Chicago, Denver, and the Raiders. Pick your poison. Those are the 2024 games that we're gonna play. Schedule ain't come out. We ain't got a time. We ain't got a date yet. But those are the home and away opponents.
Hell, I only hear about
It
two or
ain't
three
sweet.
games that we
It
can
ain't sweet
win.
at all.
And that
It
might
ain't
be a
sweet at all.
possible New Orleans. That might be a possible Tampa Bay, maybe. We might catch
Washington.
Arizona.
Washington.
But man, get the
Fuck,
fuck
fuck
out of here.
around.
Not after
Fuck
that
around and
defense
get
You
they
know
them.
just
about
put
that,
over
Mark?
there.
Fuck around and get them.
Washington,
Fuck
Washington,
around.
Washington,
Come on,
Fuck
man.
Washington
around.
Stop
loading
that
up over
shit.
them. Washington loading
Stop that
up over.
shit.
They get a quarterback. They gonna be all right.
They ain't got shit on defense but the Panthers, man. It's like, nah, but yeah. It's just a toss up. You know how the NFL go, man. You gonna lose some shit you supposed to win. You
Yeah,
gonna win
yeah,
what
yeah,
you supposed to
yeah,
win.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it go, man.
Well,
Okay, at two
Doc,
and 15,
Doc
we won
said,
the games we lost the games we supposed to win, huh?
Yeah, we were supposed to lose to the Falcons to keep it a beam, but we fucked up and beat the motherfuckers. Thank you, Desmond Ritter. I'm just saying.
Two punk ass games in
Doc
DJ.
said
And and
that
you
sounds
know
like
the
a
Texans
winning
better
season.
than us, Q. You know the Texans better than us, and we beat them. Like I said, you win some shit you ain't supposed to.
Come on, man.
That's just how I go,
Stop
bro.
that shit. Stop that
Hey,
shit,
that's
man.
how I go. That's
Stop
how
that
I
shit.
go.
Well, they say on any given Sunday. Take that
Right.
for what you want.
It gonna be any given day around this motherfucker, cause there ain't no way, no
At the
way
end of the
hell
day, at the end of the day,
gonna
you ain't gonna
happen.
win too many games this year. That's the real shit, though. You're not gonna win too many games this year, Chris. That schedule's stronger than last year for sure. That's just real.
Yeah, because if there ever was a cupcake schedule, it was last year.
Right.
Man,
If there
you know
ever
what? Go.
was a cupcake schedule, it was last year.
We got motherfuckers saying we gonna win the division. Do you realize that? Do you realize there's a stupid motherfucker telling people right now, with the toughest schedule we ever seen, coming off a 2-15 season, we're gonna win the goddamn division after Kirk Cousins just stepped foot in Atlanta.
That
Come
sound like
on,
some
man.
shit. That sound like some shit. G baby say. Who said that shit? G baby.
That's some stupid shit. No,
I
it was
don't know. I
another
just asked.
podcaster.
I just want
Another
y'all to correct them
podcaster.
motherfuckers like y'all do me if I say a fucking word wrong or something. So make sure y'all correct them motherfuckers when y'all watching them motherfuckers, just like y'all do over here. Go ahead, tell the motherfuckers, hell no. Same way you say we say some crazy shit. Just make sure you do
Well,
that now.
the way how they operate, they're too scary to bring their ass over here to come and talk. So they all get over there with that stupid shit. And oh, we gonna win the division. No, the fuck you ain't. Shut that fucking lying shit up. It don't make no sense to lie to the people like that, or even lie to yourself to like that. Use your football knowledge. If you play it, you should know better than that shit. Come on.
I know this shit don't taste good, but it's good for you. You know how it go.
We got
Well,
Reverend
that's
Reverend Kick in this motherfucker there since it tastes so good.
I know what you're talking
Yes, sir. That shit is pure poison.
That shit like an
now
inside. That shit funny as hell to me.
Make that cake for your ass. You go keel over.
with all that being said, all the new pieces that's going on here. Real talk now. Real talk. What do y'all think all these stopgap players? Because if you were a GM, or owner, or whatever, and you have 100% convictions about this guy, you're not just gonna sign him to a 1 year deal, like a 1 year prove it deal or a 2 year deal that's front loaded or something like that. You're gonna try to lock the guy up, especially if he's a young guy, especially if he's a Pro Bowler or he's some type of talent that we just walked up on and we just got lucky that day and said, "Yo, come to Carolina." This guy said, "I'm gonna come to Carolina," or you were talking into coming to Carolina like Adam Thielen talking about, "I'm coming to Carolina to compete for championship." Okay, real talk. It's real raw. This is what we gonna do here. Do y'all really think they building this team right now for the long run when you have all these stopgap players and all these contracts rolled up like they are? Be real. Use your
But
football acumen.
I don't think they're building it. Here's the thing, you're right. They're not building for the future. I don't want to say they're not building for the future because they are building for the future.
You got to,
But I
D'Angelo.
think,
You got to.
but yeah. But the thing about it is, I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier. I think they're making us competitive enough to see what they got in Bryce. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they're not making long contracts. So just in case goddamn shit hit the fan and they need an exit plan, they can get out of these contracts. You know what I'm saying? So other than the two guards, the rest of those contracts you can get out of them. Most of them gonna fall off after. I mean, a few of them falling off after 1 year deals, and in those 3 year deals, most of those 3 year deals they can get out of after 2 years. So I don't think they wanted to tie their hands just in case Evero leaves. You know what I'm saying? And they want to, they might want to change the defense up. You never know. I mean, it could be a couple of factors to why they got these
Hmm.
contracts drawn up the way they got them drawn up. So.
Now, you just ran into my answer.
Hmm.
Now, rumors is floating out there that they're they're knowing that Evero getting out of here where he on his last year of his contract. So
Hmm.
they saying we probably gonna go back to a 4-3. So y'all asked a question about all these stopgap players and all this stuff on the defense, and they didn't address the defense. And some people are even saying, "Oh, they're gonna address the defense in uh in the draft." That may be the reason why only the offense, because Canales has got the 6 year contract, and y'all already know he's gonna run that offense.
Yeah.
Maybe they setting it up for the next guy to come in here and be able to run his defense. Maybe it'll be an all defensive draft again come next year, and we go back to a 4-3. What y'all think about that?
I don't think. See, I don't think we're gonna go back to a 4-3. I think they putting that. What's the coach that just got moved up? I can't forgot his name. DB coach. They got moved up to
Cooley.
Cooley. Yeah,
Cooley.
I think Cooley could be in line to be the next D coordinator. So Cooley came up under
Oh,
Evero.
okay,
So
okay,
if we
okay.
keep
So trade
Cooley,
him.
right,
Okay,
you're right. I think Cooley in training to be that next defensive coordinator if Evero get up out of here. So if that's the case, we ain't going to no 4-3. We're gonna stay at 3-4.
okay. What you say, MDJ?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to what you originally asked though. I do I think they're gonna go back to 4-3? I don't fucking know. Who the fuck knows, right? But as far as building your team for the future, I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna complain with what they did because you need both. You need both. You need free agents and you need to draft well. You're not gonna get it done just drafting, and you're not gonna get it done just getting the fucking free agents. I seen somebody in the comments was like the signings that they did put us in position to draft the best player available. It was True Life. He said that, and I
Right.
agree with that. I agree
I
with
agree
that.
with that too.
It's you in position to address what you need to be able to address in the draft. You don't have to reach for nothing. So instead of reaching for a guard because you ain't got one, now you got one in place to where you can, if the best one is there, you can take that player. So like I said, I do think that they building towards the future. I'm not gonna lie and say I don't think that because I really do. I have no problem with the people that they sign. Do I think it's a full blown rebuild? No, more
No,
like a
yeah,
retool.
yeah.
It's
You
more
read
like a
too. Yeah,
retool, but
it's
it's
definitely not a
also
full
gonna
on rebuild. Yeah.
like
Nah,
Hmm.
it's
like
not a
D said,
rebuild. It's not a rebuild.
it's gonna give you an opportunity to see what your quarterback is. It's gonna give you a chance to move on faster, or if he fuck around and turn it around, you're a little bit closer to where the fuck you need to be. But I feel like the key thing is if they go get what the fuck they need to get in that draft, and I think they in position to do so. So yeah, I think they building towards the future. I don't think that they just trying to win now. I think Dan know damn well that we ain't competing for no Super Bowl. Now, can we be competitive in these games? Yeah. Will we win a lot of games? No. So yeah. For your question, yeah, I think they building towards the future. Yes.
Mike, I see you just come up there, buddy. You been keeping up with the questions?
No, I had a situation for that with emergency. My sister had to get to the
Okay.
hospital, but I'm
Oh
here
man,
now.
everything all right?
Yeah, she
Hope
cool.
you
She
all right.
cool. She cool. She cool.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, we good to have you. Good to have you. Now I see
We'll
Joshua
talk to
the
you.
link drop. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. And but this right here, y'all, on this segment that we're gonna drop the link, but we're gonna bring everybody on maybe one at a time to address their question with the panel. We're gonna run a little bit. It's not gonna be a free fall. We're gonna bring everybody on that wants to come on maybe one at a time. So you may have to sit back a little bit in the chat or in the back room in the green room, but I'm gonna bring you up. That way we can hear everybody. Ain't gonna be a go at each other. You see what I'm saying? Because we're gonna run this segment here a little bit after dark, a little bit different, so everybody can get their shit off
Got you.
whenever they want to. All right,
Yeah,
link in
talk
the
to
chat,
him.
though, y'all. But so on the panel right here, what's on y'all chest? Bring y'all go ahead and bring up something. We done talk the talking points. We're an hour and a half into the show. So whatever y'all want to get off your chest or whatever y'all feeling, talk to me.
I got you. Um, I don't trust the moves that was made because I don't believe that they are going to make us a better team right now. That's me personally. I know a lot of people going. I'm gonna take a lot of flack for saying that. I don't believe right now, as it stands, that we can compete with any of the big boys in the NFC. We can't compete with our division right now, and I believe that these moves did not help us get
Mm,
towards that task in the long term. Now, listen to what I said. The long term. I want to be able to contend with the big boys in the NFC for the next couple of years, and I can't do that.
Well,
mm,
Q, you already knew that, Q. You already knew that. You already knew we won't. I mean, me personally, I think like MDJ has been saying. I mean, we couldn't ask for too much, and what we did is, I mean, damn. I mean, I think it's gonna put us where we need to be. Like I said, I keep going back. I think they made these moves to see what Bryce is gonna be, just to see Bryce. They got it. They doing everything they can to know what they got in Bryce. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so
And
D'Angelo,
this year's for
say,
the sink or swim Bryce. Go ahead.
well,
say,
hey Q,
say,
when somebody
say,
come
say
up and
he.
hey Q, when somebody come up, put them on. I got to dip for 1 second, get some fuel right quick. It take me
Yeah,
a good
yeah, yeah.
5 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got you.
I
Got you.
got you. So what I'm saying, D'Angelo, and this is what I mean. Say we look around, Bryce Young goes through this year. Say he's not that guy. We win 4, maybe 5 games at best. Then we look, his numbers are relatively pedestrian again. And we're sitting here at this same exact moment this time next year. And I say to you, D'Angelo, it's been 7 years at that point since we have had a winning season. How do we keep getting better? We're trending towards a decade of us not getting better. And you just say, hey, we're heading in the right direction, figuring out where Bryce is. Well, to me, I just wasted 17 games. You get what I'm saying? This is how I'm looking at it. I just
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
wasted another 17 games on this motherfucker.
I respectfully disagree.
Go ahead.
I look. I respectfully disagree. I said this before, and I say it again. If we take away the loss of Brian Burns, this was a successful offseason. If we take away the loss of us losing Brian Burns, this was a successful offseason. Because
I
the
agree. I agree, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, I
So
and,
think
what's
and the
y'all
re,
what's y'all goal? What's y'all goal for this year then? Since y'all saying it's a successful off season,
Oh,
what's
it
that's
y'all
ain't
easy.
goal
just
this
about
year?
this
That's
year. It ain't just
my
about this year though.
my
What's
It's
y'all
goal is
goal?
my goal is to see what the fuck Bryce gonna do. That's my goal. I know we ain't gonna be that good. I'm just ready to see what the fuck Bryce. Do I want him to be bad? No, I don't. But I already know the writing's on the wall with me. I don't
Listen,
think.
listen to this shit. Listen to this
But
shit right here.
Hey,
Listen to
hey, look,
this.
Mike, I'm
what?
gonna let you. I'm gonna let you bring it home, D. I'm gonna let you bring it home. But
Go,
Q, this what you
go,
fail to realize: competitive. You just want to be competitive. The wins and losses, you're not gonna get the wins, but you want to be competitive, bro. How many games last
I
year did you see where we were just late? As soon as the game start, you out the fucking game. You playing from behind.
majority all of them. Shit.
And the reason
I
why I
feel you.
say I respectfully disagree
I just
is
asked the goal.
because the goal in my mind, and this is basically contained on the draft, specifically on the draft. If we, let's say, we was to get like a Keon Coleman, a center from West Virginia, a power running back, uh, 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 a defensive back in the backfield. Let's say we're not available to jump up to get, because in my head, if we was to get those pieces in the draft next year, I'm looking for a quarterback or a defensive end. Meaning, meaning we are one piece away from being an established.
From what?
And the
One piece
reason
of
why
one piece
the
away
re,
from what?
one piece
contending
of
for the division. Contending for the
because
division.
let's be real.
One
The
piece
things
away
that
from
they did,
what?
the things they did this off season will set us up for success long term. I don't care what quarterbacks in the backfield. No quarterback could succeed with what we had last year.
No, no, no,
Not
no,
getting
Mike.
no,
I'm
not,
not.
not
I'm not letting you get off the track of what you just fucking said. You said if we get a center and we look to try to get an edge rusher this year, you saying we one piece away from the fuck what? What are you talking about? What are we a piece away from?
I'm in the
well,
car with you, Mike. Drive us now.
look,
Drive us.
because
Go
because
ahead.
because the reason why I say this is because no matter what we do, we're not going to look so successful with the number 35th ranked quarterback in the league. It's like my man just said, the writing's on the fucking wall. It's like trying to propose to a bitch that you met on Backpage when you
The
you're
fuck?
not gonna.
You know,
That bitch
I
ain't
mean,
shit. You know that.
you know this
let's
bitch
be
ain't no
real.
good. You
You
know
know
this
that
Let's
bitch
bitch
be,
ain't
ain't
no
shit.
you know the bitch ain't no good,
God damn.
but you try to put a ring on it anyway. You know Bryce Young ain't no fucking good, but you're trying to put a ring on the bitch anyway.
good.
You ain't gonna wake up
So
tomorrow. That bitch gonna be the same bitch she was, man. It's just
you're
it is
not
what
gonna,
it is. She what
you
it
gonna
is,
take
bro.
you gonna take that hoe out in public. Niggas gonna look at her with that familiar face, like I know that bitch. Nah,
Lord have mercy.
you can't do that. Everybody done double dip that bitch. Look, that's the
Look at this
thing.
nigga.
I don't
That-
know, Mike. Man.
that-
I think I'm about to push back on you too, man, because we ain't really got no running back like that. We ain't really got no middle linebacker like that. We
okay,
ain't
but
really
hear
got
me
no
out though. Hear
cornerback
me out.
like
That's
that.
why I said it depends on what we do in the draft. First of all, I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect Double J from the Broncos. The
Who the
last year
fuck is
he
that? Who the fuck
listen.
is Double
But
J?
He done gave this nigga
Oh,
a
let me
nickname. Hold
break
on.
him down.
Stop this shit.
I'm undoing
No
my
pause.
seatbelt, Mike.
You
I'm gonna
must
Pause.
listen,
say,
bro.
you
Listen,
must
No
be
listen.
talking
pause.
about Double
No,
J
no,
and
no,
Jeff
no,
Jarrett.
no. First of
You
all,
damn sure ain't talking
no,
about
no,
that
listen.
motherfucker.
No,
Oh my
no, no,
God.
no. I'm not
Stop
about
this
to
shit,
do that.
Mike.
No,
Stop
I'm
this
not.
shit,
I'm
Mike.
not. Because if you ain't did the research on the player,
If
I can't
you
help you.
call this nigga Dan Morgan to Luke Kuechly, I'ma lose my motherfucking mind. Boy, I
That's
swear
not
to
what I'm
God.
saying. That's not what I'm saying. But the last year he was with Evero, the man had 123 tackles. His IQ when it comes to stopping the run is a far from superior than anything we've had in a long fucking time. I've seen this man single-handedly pop Derrick Henry and stop him in mid fucking stride. The man's now he's a old school, get in your face, hit you hard as shit, and stop you exactly where the fuck you standing. I don't know too many linebackers in the whole fucking league that can see Derrick Henry coming and single-handedly knock his ass back.
Well, I'm
Do
so
you
glad we was available to get him. Then hopefully he'll change life in Carolina since he's such an A+ player.
I
Thank
let's
ain't
you.
giving I ain't
no
giving him no fucking
no no no
nickname
no
though,
no
man.
no. Let me keep going. Let me
Double
keep
J.
fucking going.
Double J is what he
I
called him.
mean, but Mike, but
That's
he
what I
only
called
one
the man.
man though, man. I mean, goddamn, we need more linebacker help than that, there now.
We do, but see, that's the problem. We need a lot. Motherfuckers is acting like we was gonna be able to fix this
But
motherfucker
but
in
but
one
you
off
just told
season.
me you get an edge rusher and you go get a goddamn offensive guard and we 1 year away from contending. That what you
One
just said.
nigga, I mentioned four fucking players. How you gonna only come back and comment on two? I missed four fucking players. I hate when you do that shit, goddamn it, Q. You
And look,
goddamn minimize what another nigga say to make your point look like it's shining. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna let you
and
yeah,
do
look,
that shit
yeah,
in
I
your
told
make
yeah,
him that shit.
yeah,
goddamn
I told him that
yeah.
shit earlier, Mike. I told him
I'm
that
the
shit
not on
earlier,
devil.
bro.
After
They
Dark.
don't like that shit,
We
Yeah,
man.
ain't doing that
yeah,
shit on After Dark. Hell
yeah,
no. Look, goddamn it.
yeah.
This is what I
I'm the
said. I said,
I
I said,
did it. I do it again. I do it again.
because,
Motherfucker, I
because,
know.
all
I,
right.
I ain't trying to fuck with you though, man. I'm just being for real though, you know.
No,
I'm just being real
I'm
with
not
you.
saying, because, all right. Y'all, a lot of people probably don't pay attention to the draft and the mock drafts and the potential. Like, I'm big heavy on a lot of players that's coming in the late draft. Like, if I mention Braylon Allen, if we was to get him in the 5th round, y'all was like, who the fuck is Braylon Allen? And I would say he's the
The running
Wisconsin
back.
running back that turned around and every year he averaged about 1,100 yards. He had 12 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns. He averaged 5.4 yards to carry, all but 1 year where he averaged 6.3 yards per carry. And he is set to be sitting there at pick like
Uh-uh.
130, 140
No,
something.
sir. No, sir. I'm gonna piss all over your grits. He will be gone by the end of the 3rd round, sir. This guy is a very wanted guy. Him, Trey Benson, all those boys, they're gonna be going at the end of the 3rd round.
So let
Hate
me
to
ask
tell you
you a
that.
question. Let me ask
Jalen
you a
Wright.
question. Let me ask you a question then. If we're sitting at the 1-on-1, and we was to trade up at the end of the 3rd round to grab him,
Oh,
how would
here
you
we go with
feel?
this trade
No,
up
no,
shit
no.
again.
Mike,
We
Mike,
No,
just
why
we
did
can't
not?
this
give up
last
shit, bro. We
year.
not. We
Ain't
can't
No,
give
no.
ain't
up
go
See,
shit,
that
you
bro.
ain't
see.
no
Wait,
Here
no
we
wait,
go.
wait,
Wisconsin
wait,
shit.
Here we
wait a
go.
damn
None of
minute.
that
Wait
shit.
a
Here we
damn
go.
minute.
You fucked
Wait a
up. See,
fucking
you
minute.
fucked up just now. You said
No, I
trade up.
didn't,
Now
motherfucker.
I'm on your
Listen,
ass
listen.
now.
Man,
No,
You
no, no,
fucked up
no,
just
fuck
now.
that
no.
shit,
Take
man.
Nigga,
my
only
We
one we
can't
seatbelt
traded
afford
off.
to
up.
do it.
My
We can't
seatbelt off,
afford that
dog.
shit.
Nigga, we traded up for your nigga. How you mad when we traded up for your nigga?
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
They
Mike,
traded
I,
up
I
Mike,
for
oh,
ain't
Mike,
lying,
your
you
oh,
Mike.
swerving.
oh,
You
nigga.
swerving
Hey,
a little
Mike,
bit,
oh,
Mike.
okay.
You
I'll be
Mike,
swerving.
quiet.
hey, Mike.
You
No,
swerving.
no
You
Mike,
pause.
I'll
Mike.
be quiet.
swerving.
I'll be
Do y'all
quiet.
remember?
I'll be
No,
quiet.
y'all remember how happy this nigga was when we got DJ Johnson and we traded up for him?
First of all, I did a video 6 months ahead of the draft. So there you go. I
Well, guess
predicted that
what?
motherfucker was coming.
Your
And you
ass was
wasn't
wrong
happy about it,
6 months early,
nigga.
nigga. You the
Don't get me
first nigga
wrong.
that was wrong, nigga.
We
Congratulations.
seen Emerald talking to him, talking
Congratulations.
about setting the edge, this, that, and the third. We seen that shit, but this nigga ain't said shit. This nigga ain't even really said ain't even get on the
So
goddamn
so so
field.
is,
So
is this about DJ or is we talking about what the fuck this nigga just said out of his mouth? What we doing here?
Yeah, let's
You
talk
was
about
wrong
what I
six
said out
months
my
ago
mouth
too.
because I don't give a fuck what anybody say. When you in the motherfucking all right, Bryce Young, one of his biggest flaws is red zone. We all fucking know that. He get in the red zone, he can't do something. You know what I mean? If you got a good offensive line and you got a nigga that's 235 pounds pushing
oh,
forward, a lot of
oh,
niggas
oh,
gonna make a business decision. Are we gonna hit this big ass nigga or we gonna get this nigga, get the fuck out of the way to this big ass Mack truck? This nigga's not 200 pounds. He's not 210, 212, 250. He's 235 fucking pounds coming through plowing at your ass.
Hey, Q. Do me a favor, bro. Shot my dog out on the screen, man. He sent some bread through, man. Holla at him real quick. He sent some bread through. The shit I
Oh
got it,
damn, I was
man.
I was
I
talking
got
with
you.
the
I
mute
got it.
on. My bad.
Yeah,
I was
I
talking
got
with the mute
it.
on.
My dog Justin said he can't wait for Shador, man. He sent $2, man. That's love right there. That's love right there.
We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. Next time I'll take my mute off. I was hard down talking.
That nigga was
Um,
talking
Like,
to himself.
hey, it's not the first time I did that. I was on camera for about 30 minutes one time doing that.
Yeah, you should have did
Yo,
that shit when you talking about DJ Johnson. Sorry ass. That motherfucker trash as fuck. I
Look
don't
at
want to
here.
move up
You
for
done
shit. I want to sit
look.
where I'm
You
at
was
and get what
right
the fuck I
here
get. Goddamn.
shaking your size double D's for your goddamn Bryce Young, and I ain't
Oh
say a motherfucking
no.
thing. And you,
That's
oh, let
that's
him
a fucking
play.
lie.
I
That's a
want to
fucking
see him.
lie. That's a
Oh
fucking
yeah.
lie. That's
You
a
start
fucking
off
lie.
CJ, and then you
Man,
turned
Goat
with the
told you about that
quickness.
lying shit. Goat told you you can't lie on this motherfucker. So tell the truth.
Is
I've been
Goat
told you CJ was that
is Goat your
motherfucker.
daddy?
Been
Is Goat
told
your
you.
daddy? Do Goat speak for you? Huh?
Fuck no,
look,
Goat don't speak
Is he
for
see,
your
me.
fucking
Goat don't
daddy?
speak for shit. That's why
see,
Goat ain't
All
talking now,
right
cause
then.
I
he
All
told me
can't
right
to play
see.
then.
this
You
motherfucker.
worry
He
about
That
a
told me to play
motherfucker
this
motherfucking goat.
too.
goddamn game.
Ain't nobody ask you about no motherfucking goat.
Man, shut your
Hold
lying
up.
ass up, nigga. You should be tired of
I
fucking being
can't
wrong. You
look.
fucking wrong
See,
all the
hey, look,
time.
you a
What the fuck
motherfucker,
you fix
man.
you
I
be
be
wrong
trying to
being
tell
wrong?
y'all nigga this nigga's a motherfucker. Hey, y'all be letting that nigga
You
slide. I
wrong
ain't
all the
doing that
fucking
shit
time, man.
tonight.
Hell no.
I ain't,
You should
cause
tell me I can
listen,
say what the
all
fuck
right,
I want
back,
to, man. You be
all
wrong.
right, back to the subject because on some real shit, like my man just said, we get Sanders. If we go bombs up and we have every piece we need on offense, and we looking at the first pick of the draft and Shador Sanders is there, did we really waste the season? Because all of us
yeah,
across the panel want Bryce Young gone. The reason why I want to see Keon Coleman and the West Virginia center sitting in the middle of this because I know what it says. It says, nigga. Matter of fact, to be honest, just because his father said it, I almost want Xavier Leggett. But the problem is, I don't want him just for Bryce. I want him because there's no excuse for Bryce if he's here. Because nigga, that's the motherfucker you wanted. Don't act
Mm-hmm.
like it was your dad's
Right.
pick, nigga.
yeah.
Right.
That
Come
came out
on,
your
man.
motherfucking mouth.
Come on,
Right.
man.
Yo,
You look at last year when we with motherfucker, even with goddamn Mingo, and my man said, "Oh, go get Mingo." But and don't get me wrong, yeah, Mingo ain't really pop like that. But maybe that's because Bryce Young couldn't get him the fucking ball.
That ain't
But
got shit to do with Bright. Mingo trash too. That ain't got
Thank
nothing to
you,
do with
bro.
Bright.
look,
Man,
look,
shit, he
damn,
garbage
the
too.
reason why I keep saying Keon Coleman because Xavier Leggett was a 1 year motherfucking. He came out of nowhere and did his thing in 1 fucking year.
Oh, I'm
Keon
right there
Coleman.
with you, Mike. I'm right there with you, Mike. I'm on that Keon Coleman train hard like a motherfucker. But go ahead.
Keon Coleman was the same nigga last year as he was the year before. Even Lad was the same nigga he was last year. He was year before. People talk about Lad, maybe because he white, motherfuckers don't want to fuck with Lad like that. But I saw Lad going against Alabama, and it's supposed to your boy, the defensive back, that's supposed to be your first round pick. He gave that nigga the business the whole game.
Arnold, Teron Arnold.
Yeah, he gave that nigga the business the whole game. Like there was nothing he could do with him.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Mike, I
What up?
think you're right, bro. Because I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a bean about Lad McConkey, man. We already got one white wide receiver that's cooking shit. I don't know if I can see two of them motherfuckers cooking shit because that shit don't happen too often. You know,
Oh my
let's
Well,
go,
God.
bro.
it,
Hey,
ha-
That's
let's
a
go.
very prejudice of your
it,
ass.
ha- it happened in New England.
Nah,
God
bro, I ain't
damn.
see it.
I
I ain't
mean, look
see
at it like this, man.
This
Yeah.
nigga,
Look at it from Christian
this,
McCaffrey's standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like Christian
You
McCaffrey,
you
shit.
you anti-white over here, man. Come on, man.
Nah,
Stop the
nah,
hate,
Right.
nah,
man.
nah,
No.
nah.
Lad a
I
dog.
ain't, nah. I'm just
I
saying.
don't dislike Lad. I don't dislike him, but I'm not putting him in front of no motherfucking Keon Coleman. I'm not doing. I'm not even
Y'all
putting.
want them niggas. Y'all want them
I'm not put.
niggas.
I'm
Yeah, go
not
get
putting
them
him in
all.
front of.
Ricky Parson. Go get all the white boys and bring them over here. I don't give a damn who. They ain't
Yeah,
gonna help
no.
Bryce.
No. But the thing about it is, Lad would be a carbon copy of fucking Thielen and motherfucking Deontay. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm saying.
yeah.
That's the
And
thing.
so that's another reason why I lean on the Keon Coleman. Now, see, the thing is if we haven't noticed, they're giving the little nigga no excuses.
Right.
Like they give you turn around, you get Keon Coleman. I don't see them not drafting a center because you spent all that motherfucking money on the line, and every position has somebody competing for it. They got the swing tackle from Green Bay. So you know what I mean. You still got Uh, yeah, old boy that was from BYU, Brady Christensen. He's supposed to be like a swing tackle. You know what I mean? Technically, Austin Corbett. They said that bullshit about him being a center. I don't see that shit. Honestly, you put that much money on the offensive line, you're going to draft a center. So
Yeah,
the
that yeah
what
yeah you're right.
you see what I'm saying? So you get that, and everybody's still screaming receiver. You get the center from West Virginia and then Keon Coleman. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. If Bryce Young don't have 4,000 yards next year, 20 plus touchdowns, and drop his interception rate, it's time to move the fuck on. Because there's absolutely
Man, he
no
ain't gonna do that.
excuse.
He ain't gonna do that, bro. He ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
you
look,
you
It-
you
I
you
ain't
you
even
That
might as
ain't in
well.
his
I ain't even
wheelhouse.
I ain't even gonna
That
say
ain't in his
4,000.
wheelhouse.
I'm gonna say at least I'm gonna say 35. He better at least have
no,
35.
fuck that.
That shit
No,
ain't
you
gonna
know why?
happen.
And let me tell you why. Keon Coleman, Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo. Who in the NFC South will have a better receiver group?
Nobody.
And he
Nobody.
Fact.
Matter of
nobody
Nobody.
get
fact,
that shit to
let's
him though,
put it
Michael.
out there. Let's put out there. Who in the NFC would have a better receiver group?
NFC.
Nah,
In the
Uh,
I
NFC.
don't know.
may-
That's
may-
no,
Devontae
that's a no,
Smith,
maybe
that's a
Devontae
real
Smith, and
question. I'm
AJ
Shit,
not
bro, I ain't
saying
Brown.
going with that shit.
the maybe the
Philly
Eagles.
still got Smith and
Yeah,
Brown together, man.
yeah, the
okay.
Eagles,
Okay, keep going.
the Cowboys,
Amon St. Brown and the other dude that's up there with him.
James Swift, James Swift. I would say the
The tight
Cowboys
end.
with Cooks and motherfucking CD Lamb, and you know they gonna get another receiver.
uh
The point is what
Justin
I'm saying.
But
Jefferson
yeah,
and that other boy that had 1,000
Jordan,
too.
Okay,
Jordan
there
Ash,
we go.
eh,
What I
Jordan.
wanted to say, what I wanted to show was you had to think of that question. You had to ponder on that bitch. It wasn't a nigga, we not even close to the top of the NFC when it comes to receiver
Right,
group. We right
right,
there in the top fucking five.
right.
There's no fucking excuse. My nigga, they gave you everything.
Yep.
They didn't get and not they didn't give you some shit, nigga. They gave you everything. You ain't got
Mm.
one receiver, two receiver, three, nigga. You got four. You got an offensive line, nigga. There's no fucking excuse. You got two route running technicians. You got a big body in Keon Coleman. You got a stud,
But you ain't got
not a
oh
stud.
my, you ain't got him yet. You ain't got him yet. You reaching.
I'm
You ain't
just,
you ain't you talking about
I'm
right
reaching
now.
like a
you just
motherfucker.
throwing a
They ain't
hypothetical,
reaching.
Cole. You
He
just
was
throwing a
saying Bryce would
hypothetical.
have everything, is what he's saying.
Okay. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. The top three receivers on the board in the second round: Keon Coleman, Ladd, and give me another one that you feel is top three.
Troy
Leggett,
All
Franklin.
right,
Troy
Leggett,
Franklin.
Leggett.
Troy
Leggett.
Franklin. Either one of those. Either one of those. You mean to tell me if they got any one of those three, put it in the receiver room? We're not in the top five of the receiver room in the NFC.
Well, the way y'all
No.
talking, the way y'all talking.
I mean,
Now just come on here, but the way y'all talking, like the consensus is, no more excuses. This year is it. Now, what if I throw another question out there to y'all? What if, say, knock on wood, I'm just throwing this out a question, that Deontay Johnson gets hurt, and they yet come up with another excuse and say, well, we couldn't have fully evaluate him because the cat that we had as his ex receiver this year got hurt.
Oh. What
I'm
if
not
one of
giving them
his
that.
weapons? What if one of his
Nah,
weapons or his offensive lineman or any one of them guys you just brought
Yeah,
in? What if
yeah,
any of them get
uh-huh.
hurt?
I'm not giving them that.
That's why you got backup plans though.
Yeah,
That's why we
yeah,
signed
Yeah,
you
right,
you know
for.
why
right.
I'm
We're
not
gonna
giving
go
them that?
draft some.
I'm not.
We're gonna go
Yeah,
draft some.
Because I listed four fucking receivers. That's one reason I'm not giving them that. Another reason why I'm not giving them that is because I seen this man literally put somebody. See, Dan Moger's a smart motherfucker. Not only did he say we got tackles already, I'm gonna go get a swing tackle.
I'm gonna go get
I'm
another towel.
gonna go get
Exactly.
another
That's
tackle.
why you spent that
We're
money,
gonna
Q.
we're
That's
gonna
why
turn
you
around
spent it.
and we drafting a center, and then I still got the backups that we had last year, and then I got Austin Corbett that can fit in with the backup center or fill in with a fucking guard. This nigga's putting depth behind the offensive line. So what he's saying is, nigga, I don't want to hear shit about you can't be protected, nigga. We got backup for your motherfucker starters. I don't want to
Because
hear
make
you
no
ain't got
mistake though,
weapons.
Mike. Make no mistake, Mike. The motherfucking franchise, the front office, the people in charge are starting to catch bullets. You understand what I'm saying? They starting to catch bullets out here. Not just Frank. Frank is gone, like we said earlier. Frank Wright gone. All them coaches, they gone. Now the front office is starting to catch bullets. They saying
I,
they did Bryce Young a disservice. They didn't have stuff set up for this guy. People saying they feel bad for Bryce Young. Poor Bryce.
You right. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. I heard the
Ah,
same
yeah,
shit you heard,
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
No,
I don't want to hear that
no,
shit.
hey,
no,
Poor
for
Bryce.
real.
after
But they said it.
everything,
That was like the nigga didn't have no offensive line. Said
Yeah,
the only thing he had was an aging receiver. So they turned
yeah.
around. They was like, Deion Johnson, he barely injured. We gonna go get this nigga. We gonna sign another receiver. We just drafted a receiver next year. We gonna fix his offensive line. There's no fucking excuse.
The thing is,
There's
they said
none.
Carolina as a franchise, as a whole, was incompetent the way they handled this guy. And I want to say, Rock and Blue boy, I love you, son. That's great,
Yeah,
Mike.
Mike, he talking to
We
you, Mike.
got best
Let
receivers,
me know. Let me know how you
but
feel about that.
still no quarterback to throw to them.
Well, they're
I look at
saying
it like
that the
How you
this.
feel?
Panthers sabotage him. Go ahead, Four. I'm sorry.
I look at it like this. It now, okay, yeah, that's fine. We go ahead and get us a center and a receiver, and we keep our running backs. Then fix the offensive line. If Bryce Young can't do this shit within half the year, sit his black ass down and go ahead and let Andy Dalton step up, so that way we can go ahead and get down the road. Because y'all know we got a hard schedule this year, man. And Bryce Young barely made it through last year. Okay, cool, that's fine. We'll go ahead and give him that. But this year here, he ain't got no excuse like we keep saying. And it's
But they're not
harder.
trying to win games, Fourth. They're not trying to win games this year. Let's be
Well,
real. If they
Oh,
wanted to win games,
They
if
trying Q.
if
They trying to
if
win game.
if
They trying to win Q. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, they're not trying to win because if Bryce Young come out here and give you the same lackluster shit from last year, you would bench him and put Andy Dalton in. So they could have did that last year, but they wanted to see what they had in this motherfucker. And look what it looked like. It looked like pure
Y'all,
hot
y'all
shit.
complain. Y'all complaining about Bryce.
but
Y'all
Q, but
complaining
look at
about
this
Bryce,
though.
but Andy Dalton not gonna come in and give you shit, bro. He ain't gonna give you shit.
What? What
look,
you
no,
mean?
wait. Let me push back on that. Let me push back on that Andy Dalton shit. Because with this offensive line and this many weapons, any
We
competent, any
quarterback.
competent
Yeah.
quarterback could
Will
make
get us
this.
8 wins. Will give us 8. But might give us 7, 8 wins with a goddamn competent goddamn
Man,
quarterback. So,
They go get a nigga like Coleman or Troy or motherfucking Ladd and put them with this receiver group and get a center with this offensive line. Any competent quarterback is supposed to succeed.
right. That's what
Period.
I'm saying.
this what I'm
Well,
gonna
any
say, man.
competent
Okay,
I
quarterback can
seen
get us.
about
Any
3 years
competent
ago.
quarterback can get us at 500.
hey,
Competent
so what
quarterback
y'all
get us at
saying? Bryce
500.
Young ain't competent enough then? What the fuck we talking about then? Bryce Young ain't competent enough then. That what we saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying y'all
That's what
motherfuckers
we're
was
saying.
talking about 3,500 yards. No, with that many weapons and that offensive line, I need to see 4,000 yards, 20 some
My
touchdowns, and I need to see single digit
Why
interceptions.
would you
Oh, he
why
got
Hey,
You
to
ain't
go.
gonna
hold up.
see it.
Hey,
You ain't
what
gonna
did
see it.
y'all call?
why
What
would
did
you
y'all
expect that?
call him? A game manager
A game
plus
manager.
a comp.
Uh,
So
I,
I
a
didn't
high
take that.
I
level
said
game
A
I
manager is
said
what
he
he
high
said.
can
level
be that.
game
He
manager.
can
I'm
be.
still
I
pissed
didn't
about
call
that
him
shit.
that.
High level
I didn't
game
call
manager.
him. I said
I
he
The
didn't buy
can
fucking
be.
that.
high
I
level
didn't buy that.
motherfucking game
That's
manager.
not
What
what I
type of
bought.
shit is
He
That's
this?
not
can
what
be.
I bought.
He
That's not
can
what I
be.
bought at number one. That's not what I
Yeah,
bought.
yeah. No, that ain't what I
No,
gave up to get
Fuck
the
that.
number one. Not for that.
yeah.
yeah,
No,
man. Come
Not,
on,
not
no.
no
man.
high level
And back.
game manager.
Hey,
I
Hell,
hold
didn't
on,
buy
hold
that.
on,
So
hold on,
I
back.
don't
hold
want
on,
that.
hold
So
on.
back.
I want to send that back. I want that. What's the return
yeah.
That
policy
nigga
on
had
We
DJ
want a
Moore and all
refund.
type
Want a
of shit,
refund on
man.
that
I want
shit.
a refund. What's the return policy on that
Bro,
shit?
Mike telling me he should throw for 4,000 yards, but me saying he a high level game manager crazy. But he just said he should be able to throw for 4,000 yards now. So, bro, he could be a high
Listen.
level game manager with the shit we got.
No, no, wait though. For real though, like, all right, let's be real. And you get a Troy Franklin and Keon Coleman, like that's a three-headed monster in the receiver group. Name the last quarterback that had three good receivers that didn't eclipse 4,000 yards. Name one.
Not
It
with
Okay, so
just
let me
don't
three.
let me
fucking
ask, hey Mike,
happen.
but let me look at it like this though. Now, what Canales said he want Bryce Young to throw the ball out in how many seconds?
Two point seven.
2.7,
Yeah,
yeah,
2.7.
2.7.
Okay, okay. And we got how many receivers that can really get him 50 yards in 2.345 seconds? Cause
That
see, if
nigga
you
don't
want him
throw
to throw
50
the ball
yards.
out that quick, okay. So
He
how the
don't
hell is
throw
he gonna
50
get four
yards.
thousand yards?
Nick, how did he? Okay, see, this is when y'all motherfuckers let me know your football fucking IQ. Right there when y'all
There
say
you
shit
go,
like
Pop. There you go, Pop.
that. Because you don't need a super deep threat to get 4,000. How many yards does Baker Mayfield have last year? Anybody know?
What was it
4,100,
40,
something like that.
4,100, 4,200, something
Yeah,
like
right there, 4,200.
4,200. How many times would Mike Evans get deep down the field and he hit Baker Mayfield hit him? Or was it the fact that the fucking offense was designed for this nigga to just get open and Mike Evans did what Mike Evans did? Because Chris Godwin was injured half the season
Nah,
basically.
their offense was quick, get the ball out your hand, by the boom, 3-step drop, ball out your hand, gone. That's what their
So
offense
what,
was.
so what are we talking about?
But see,
So what are
you
we
I don't
talking
know.
saying
about?
that is
I don't
actually
know what you
agreeing
mean
with me
we.
though. But him saying that is
Because
agreeing with what I
because
said though.
because what
He's
I'm
saying if
saying
we
is
have all that,
because
we
I'm
should be
saying
able to
is
do that.
because I'm saying Mike Evans was there wasn't a bunch of deep ass passes from Mike Evans to get over the to get down the field 50 fucking yards.
Baker,
It was quick, get the ball
Mike,
out your hand.
Baker had 4,044 yards, 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a
Damn.
94.6 rating.
Damn.
I need that from Bryce. We if we draft a receiver and we get a center and we solidified the line and we gave him more weapons than most the NFC fucking has. I don't. There's no excuse for him not to hit 4,000. Y'all trying to make me put a ring on that bitch from back page, and I'm not gonna do it.
I, I say it again, 4,044, 28 TDs, 10
Mm-mm-mm.
interceptions, 94.6 rating.
Them are some
And that
good numbers.
and
Some
that's
good numbers.
majority, and most of
Baker
those. I'm
Mayfield
not gonna
now.
say majority, but a good portion of the year, Chris Godwin was not on the field. Like it was just Mike Evans. And we
Now,
not giving, and we not giving, and Baker had mainly one receiver for most of the year and still balled. And we gonna turn
Baker
around and
best,
give Bryce three or four fucking receivers and be
Baker
like he
best
can't
year
get
in
4,000 yards.
Cleveland.
You ain't named not
Baker
one
best
Mike
year
Evans
in
though, but all right.
Cleveland was only 38, 27, 22, 21, 78.8.
This nigga said I ain't named one Mike Evans. Nigga, okay, give me another Mike Evans besides Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, or Keenan Allen. Nigga, you act like Mike Evans just grows on trees and shit. You gonna go
But
outside
I'm
and pick
saying
a
you
Mike
you
Evans?
just but you shitting on Baker like he just didn't have shit though. Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying he only had one weapon compared. So you don't have to have if you ain't got one superstar like a Justin Jefferson and Mike Evans, but you got three or four fucking weapons. It equals more than just one Mike Evans, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that we got a Mike Evans on this fucking team, but I'm saying if you draft this nigga receiver, Deontay Johnson was ranked number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1 in creating separation. And then you still got Adam Thielen, reliable fucking hands that didn't drop motherfucking passes that was in his radius last year. You got three fucking weapons. Three. That defense got to spread out now. Now they got to pick and choose. They gonna double team. It's not like the second half of the year where everybody like, yo, we stopped Adam Thielen. We ain't got to worry about no fucking body else. They can't just do that shit like they did last year. There's multiple motherfuckers they got to keep their hands on, keep their eyes on, and focus on. I'd rather have three good receivers than one superstar. Does that make sense?
So your point is,
It
Mike,
do, but
he
we
got
had three of them
he
niggas
got
last year.
3 weapons. You say he got 3 weapons. Ain't no excuse.
None.
Okay.
None. And the more y'all push back on it, it's almost sound like y'all trying to get this nigga an excuse before he fucking deserves one.
Mike, they have already started that, Mike. They have already started that.
they,
It's
You
they
already
trying to they
motherfuckers
started.
trying
already,
to build that narrative. I tell you
It's
that they
already
are.
started.
yeah, y'all trying to get a nigga a stimulus package.
It's already started. It's not
I
me.
drafted
You
this.
know it ain't me.
We drafted this nigga #1 in the draft. We give him an
You know
offensive
it ain't
line.
me.
We give him multiple weapons. Then we went and draft him one that's just for him. God damn it! If you don't give me first pick of the draft numbers, get the fuck out. Y'all niggas act like we supposed to. I'm not. Listen, I got this nigga. We gave away DJ Moore, multiple picks, and all this shit to get this little motherfucker. If he don't give me the type of nigga that can take us where we want to fucking go in the end, the niggas gotta go. Y'all want to put a ring on that bitch from Backpage. I'm trying to sell that hoe. There's a difference. Y'all fall in love because that bitch learned a bunch of tricks off of all the heads she gave. I'm trying to sell that bitch.
Lord have
Get
mercy.
that hoe out of here if she can't produce enough motherfucking production. If she can't help me hit my quota, the hoe gotta go. If this nigga can't get me to the promised land with what the fuck we giving him, the nigga gotta go.
Q, can you
I
read
don't give
Rocket
a damn if he
Super
come.
Chat for me?
If he ranked 35 now. If he jumped to rank number 20, that's still not good enough for me. You know why? Because if you look at PFF, I looked at PFF and I started looking at each fucking quarterback. You know, on PFF, what they do is they put red for the places that you need that they not good at. They be like, yo, he's horrible in all these categories. I looked at that nigga. That nigga didn't have one green motherfucking post up there on what he's good at.
Oh my
A
God.
self, a self for throwing between 0 to 10 yards. Then a real
Lord,
nigga like me decided to look at the other quarterback that was drafted right beside him and CJ Stroud, and you couldn't find red anywhere on that nigga shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well,
Hold up,
hold
Mike.
Mike,
Hold up,
hold
Mike.
Mike. Super chat from Rock and Blue. We appreciate you for the $5 super chat. He said that's great, Mike. We got the best receiver group. Still no QB to throw to him. Shout out for that super chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We got about 36 likes on this video. We need that to go up. We got 56 of you all in here. Show us that love here on Black Hat After Dark. Like the video right now if you haven't. Do us that favor right now. Like the video.
Y'all niggas the type to kiss a bitch after she had a threesome with you and you niggas.
Woo-wee.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Woo-wee.
Y'all gonna kiss that bitch? You know
In the
where her
mouth.
mouth was just at.
Look, look her dead in the eye. I
You
love
know,
it.
you know
I got
exactly where that bitch mouth was at, and
Look
you
her
gonna
dead
kiss
in the
that bitch.
eye.
with
I
I
ain't
tongue
love
doing
action.
it.
With
I
some
ain't doing
motherfucking
it.
tongue
You can kiss
action.
my ass. I ain't going.
Mike. But Mike,
What?
we're saying no more excuses. I think some of even the Bryce guys is saying no more excuses. The
I mean,
organization is saying no more excuses. We just spent 150 million, right?
look. They got rid of
But
Frank Wright. They got rid of
but
Bradley Bozeman. They got rid of Frankie Louvu, Brian Burns, all to make sure this nigga had everything he fucking needed.
Well, what y'all think
but
about Steve Smith backtracking on the little lad?
Well, shit, nigga learn how to moonwalk every day.
I
mm,
mean, the stuff he said was out of pocket though. He could basically say, yeah, when he around a bunch of dummies, yeah,
Well, yeah. You're right. He did, but he kind of contradicted himself because it sounded like he was kind of he won't as high on him, but then want to give. Then he tried to throw him a fucking bone
but
by blaming
yeah,
it on everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I seen, D'Angelo. That's what I seen.
Yeah.
Because
That
he
nigga
was
C
the
Smith
one
like
I felt like he was
anybody
talking
that
that's
about
five
everybody
Steve
foot.
else, really.
Steve Smith was the one that did that boy senior day. And he was, ooh, wow, wee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was, you throw with such anticipation. I want to buy your jersey. Now you come out with what you said the other day. You calling the coaching staff dumb. You saying even a smart player, how do you go? Even a smart player
Smart
looks
player,
dumb.
dumb. Yeah, and even a dumb player looks smart around smart guys.
Yeah.
I mean, go,
So,
go. Didn't you say? My fault to cut you off, but didn't you say
yeah,
that Nick Saban had to change everything around in Alabama for Bryce Young?
that's what Nick said. That's what Nick said. But Mike, he said it after the draft.
And guess what? The nigga Dave Canales heard that shit and decided we gonna do it here too. We gonna change everything around for this nigga to fit this nigga. That's the only way we gonna get the production that Dave Tepper want out this little nigga. What does Bryce Young do best? I'm gonna tell you what he does best. Not shit, but according to the motherfucking people before the draft, the anticipation, he's supposed to be able to read defenses, supposed to have an accurate ass arm. I ain't seen none of that shit.
None
Mm,
of it. But I ain't seen none of it in college. So I mean, fuck, it didn't
yeah,
shock me.
yeah.
I didn't see it
There
in
you go.
college.
Yeah, there you go, D. There you go. Talk that talk. It
Shit.
wasn't there in college.
Right.
All that was hyped up, empty calories, whatever y'all want to say. The paper champ, he was media made. I sat here and I told you, week in and week out. At the draft, I pitched a bitch. And I told you, all this is coming to fruition. Exactly what I said. Because I watched them. I live in southeastern North Carolina. We're going to get our ACC boys, and we're going to get Alabama football when they play it. LSU Tigers. They gonna have primetime games on ESPN. We gonna get them. I sat there and I watched a bunch of Bryce Young, watched a bunch of Georgia, watched a bunch of LSU. I even
Did-
went back after, like I said again. Jesse, what's that? What's Jesse channel? Q.
Last second sports.
Last Second Sports. He is a 49ers content creator. He came over here. He told us. He said, "Go look at him in the red zone." I said, "Well, damn, Jay, okay." And I had to go on. I said, "Boy, the boy can't see in the red zone. It get too tight. He like go to New York, go to Times Square, y'all. This is a perfect example of Bryce Young in the red zone. Go to New York, go into Times Square, and just spin around and look at all them skyscrapers up there. That's what he looked like. He can't see.
Yo,
He can't see. It's overwhelming him.
yo, go. Make sure you see the money, man. Get to the money, man.
Y'all, Q, can you read that for us, there, brother?
I
No
got
doubt,
it
no
on.
doubt.
Oh, you
Shout
got it.
out
Okay,
to
okay, okay.
Jay Wicked. How are you gonna call the coaches stupid and they want to see Jay? Y'all already know, man. Appreciate that super chat. Your boy Jay Wicked. Please make sure y'all do us the favor, like, comment, and subscribe.
Well,
See,
that Jay Wicked, that was Steve Smith all day long. That was a Panthers legend. Now people don't want to go at Steve Smith because of what I just said. A Panther legend, Ring of Honor, a guy who was a runner-up to get a gold jacket.
I'ma
They're not
fucking
gonna
do
go
it.
at him.
That nigga
I see
come out.
it.
That nigga come out the closet when it's a nigga that's 5 foot something. I don't give a damn what any of you niggas say. If a nigga ain't even 6 foot, Steve Smith come out the closet. He fall in love. That's his baby. I don't give a damn what position they play. If he ain't 6 foot, you can get a sponsor by Steve Smith coming out to college looking in the draft. And that's real. He saw Bryce Young. He wouldn't be like, ain't no reason. People talk about his size. You can be a successful football player at that size. Look at me. Nigga, you was a wide receiver, not a quarterback. You
Just
ain't
hold
throw
up though,
one
Mike.
goddamn
Hold up
ball.
though, Mike. Hold up.
I already know where I
Hold
already know
up.
where you're going. Go. I
Hold
already know where
up.
you're going. I already know where
This
you're going.
Yeah, he say
same
it all
guy
the time.
says, he said, I at
In
my
five,
side. Go ahead, D'Angelo. Go ahead and tell him, D'Angelo. Go ahead and take the quote, D'Angelo. Go ahead and tell him. Tell him what he
at,
said.
at 5'10", I can't play quarterback. I'm too short to play quarterback.
It took him a minute to say that shit. At first, he had pom poms in his hand for Bryce Young right before the draft. You heard Goat, the nigga had went to his fucking scout day. Woo! That nigga wanted a jersey, an autograph, a picture. He wanted
I want
everything.
your jersey.
He wanted all that
I
shit.
want
And then
your
all of a
jersey.
sudden, when the nigga bomb, he gonna say, at 5'10", I can't play quarterback. Nigga, which one is it? I'm not letting
But
nobody off hook on Panther After Dark. We're not doing that. On Black Cat After Dark, I ain't giving nobody no motherfucking slack. I'm giving everybody a full fucking clip. Fuck Steve Smith too with his non-mother. Don't get me wrong. Steve Smith the player. Steve
yeah,
Smith the
yeah,
player.
yeah. Let's give him a disclaimer. God damn it, I love you, Steve, but God damn it, we gonna get on your ass. God damn it, God damn it,
Steve
when you
Smith the
wrong, you
player.
wrong.
I ain't saying
yeah,
shit about Steve Smith the player. That was my first fucking football jersey. I love Steve Smith the player. But this nigga with this motherfucking YouTube podcast, God damn it,
uh,
nigga, you need to make up your
cut to it.
motherfucking mind.
Cut to it,
Was the
Steve
nigga
Smith. The cut to it, Steve Smith.
Yeah, the cut to his
What
And
Steve.
about
look,
cut to it, Steve Smith?
and stop wearing your hat brim like that, nigga. Fix your fucking hat brim. That shit looks stupid as fuck.
Hey look, I
Oh
bet you when he get
my
home, he take his
God.
head at there's a line across his fucking forehead.
That
Oh
shit looks
my
stupid,
God.
man. I don't trust no nigga wear his hat like that, man. He looks sneaky. Sneaky motherfucker.
Well, hey, he backsliding. He backsliding like a motherfucker because he say one thing one day and then he say another the next day. Now, goddamn, he backsliding.
But I don't give a.
Backsliding
But
like
the problem is, my problem is niggas talk about what Bryce Young didn't have last year, and I feel no matter how bad the offense was supposed to be last year, there's no way a number one quarterback is supposed to be ranked number 35 in PFF.
now. There's
Nigga,
no
they
way a number one quarterback can't will his team to more than two
Right,
motherfucking wins.
right. There's no
Like,
way a number one quarterback, regardless of the situation, a motherfucker that's the consensus overall, number one overall pick, can't show flashes, can't goddamn get you through when the even when the coaches is fucking up, making goddamn bad motherfucking putting you in bad situations. A goddamn motherfucking number one quarterback supposed to shine some type of light through that motherfucking adversity. I don't give a fuck.
a
And,
number one
and
we only
quarterback
got.
D'Angelo,
supposed to be
you
like,
don't you
God,
don't
Lord,
normally you don't normally
every,
see it this early either. Normally you gotta wait
yeah,
to see if you pick the wrong guy.
yeah.
Shit, that shit first season, that shit was like, yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
missed this
yeah. You're right,
motherfucker.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying? That shit
Nah,
was
this
No,
is
fucked
no,
up.
it,
fuck that too. Fuck
yeah,
that
this
too.
shit
You know
obvious.
why I say fuck that too? Because I used to, first year the quarterback's supposed to struggle. He's supposed to struggle. This nigga didn't struggle. That nigga bombed. There's a big fucking difference. There's a big difference between a quarterback that couldn't put up consistent 200 plus yards on the fucking field. Because I never seen a rookie quarterback come in the fucking league and not even put up 200 yards consistently on the fucking field. I ain't never seen that shit before.
Yeah, that shit was terrible, man. That shit was terrible.
Like when
It was
majority
it
of his
was
games, he's got 185 yards or less. There's a
Less,
big fucking
less.
difference.
it,
It's
it,
been
And
it
two
was
then to
so
games.
make it
terrible.
so bad,
I think there were
what
Hold
two
on,
make it
games,
so
Mike. He
bad,
didn't even break 100. I want to say
what,
there were
man.
two games he didn't break 100.
and what make it worse, go is the fact of the matter that we was always playing from behind. So you know the nigga was throwing the ball. But y'all need to think about that. Every game we play from behind, which means this nigga was always throwing the ball. And you still couldn't break 200?
Well, you blame that on the receivers.
I ain't blaming on no motherfucking receivers. DJ Chark is a decent receiver.
Right.
Adam Thielen is a good receiver. It's not like the nigga had absolutely zero. I'll tell you what. Name a year Cam Newton had an Adam Thielen and a DJ Chark. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Never. Never.
And
Maybe
that's
his
what I'm
first
saying.
year. Maybe
And
his
the nigga
first
did.
year when Spitty was
And the
still
nigga.
here.
And the nigga didn't have an offensive line most of his career too.
Right.
So I'm not giving this nigga the stimulus pack. Y'all not about to maybe put a ring on this Mixon back page. I'm not she a list caller. I'm not doing it. I'm not proposing to this bitch. I'm not marrying this hoe. Yeah, no. See the motherfucking people in the main media, they do like certain Panther fans do. What they do is they look at big names. They're looking for big names, and all of a sudden, if you got a Justin Jefferson, you got a Jamar Chase, you got that kind of shit, that was makes your offense such and such. Well, let's be real. Besides 1 year, Tom Brady having Randy Moss, he never had a plethora of number one receivers
Mm.
until he went to Tampa Bay.
That's a fact.
So I'm trying to figure out why we giving motherfucking excuses when Jordan Love, y'all tell me who the fuck
Who?
Jordan Love receiver was last year that was big time, big name. Where the fuck was his Mike Evans?
Well, the difference is Jordan Love pushed the ball down the field, though, Mike. You understand what I'm saying? When you able to
Jordan
push
Love.
the
Jordan Love,
ball down the
Jordan Love
Jordan.
field,
like that.
you ought
He got some
Jordan.
niggas,
yeah,
but Jordan Love
you
like that.
Yeah, yeah,
automatically
he
gonna
Oh,
give
he
your
got he got
receiver
Jordan Love is like that.
yeah, he got them motherfuckers involved, and they got a plethora of receivers. You able to? They got a
exactly.
goddamn plethora of goddamn
Yeah,
receivers.
they got some
Now
cats over
listen,
there.
now listen. Back to what Gold was saying about a motherfucking number one pick supposed to make your motherfucking team better. Because y'all saying they got a plethora of receivers, but if we were to wind this tape the last year, now none of you niggas would have known they goddamn receivers.
Well, I would have known Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson, but the rest of them niggas,
Jalen Reed like that.
yeah, Jalen Reed too, and Dontavian Wicks, Bo
Yeah, no, no,
Mel.
no, 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 no. You ain't know no damn Jalen Reed or Devontae Wick. Don't you
Nah,
No,
you
start
I knew
damn
lying
Jalen.
and
right.
No,
shit.
no, no, I knew Jalen Reed.
Jalen Reed
Jalen Reed
nasty.
came out of He came out of
Hell
Michigan
yeah, he
State.
nasty.
I
Okay,
wanted us to
okay,
grab Jalen
okay,
Reed. No, I knew
okay,
Jalen Reed.
okay. Okay, why did Aaron Rodgers leave Green Bay? Why did he say he was leaving Green Bay? Because they didn't have what?
Receivers.
But them boy, yeah, yeah, but
They
they
No,
was
they
he
didn't
left.
have
He
rookies.
left because they
experience.
wouldn't do what
They
the
didn't
fuck he
have
wanted them to
experienced
do. He
receivers.
wanted
No,
to
no,
run
no,
the
They
no.
didn't
They
have
ball.
did what he
experience.
wanted to do. They
He
gave
wanted to
that
run
That
the
was
nigga
one
team,
of
two
the
man.
bags
biggest
of
gripes,
money.
though, MDJ.
He left because he
He
wanted to
said
run the
that
team, man. He been giving them to run around for years, man. Shit.
That nigga left because he didn't want to play with them young receivers because he
yeah,
said they didn't have it.
yeah.
But all they saw is
That's
he
why
was
that
wrong
nigga
as
left.
fuck. He was wrong as fuck, though. That's all that was
Yeah,
saying.
You see what I'm saying? All right, let's go to motherfucking Houston. Niggas didn't know them motherfucking receivers until CJ Stroud got there.
right. Nobody.
Ain't no
Well,
Mike Evans in
well,
the
well,
backfield.
well, I knew Nico Collins, but I didn't know Nico Collins had that in him.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
niggas didn't know these quarterbacks made the receivers who the fuck they were. But only in Carolina, the receivers gotta make the fucking quarterback. I'm telling y'all, I'm not putting no ring on this back page, bitch.
You
Cause,
can't.
I understand when motherfucker don't have any weapons, but the nigga had weapons last year. I know niggas gonna yell off the top of their lungs. It was only one game. Andy Dalton came out that bitch and looked like Joe Montana for that goddamn game. That nigga, yeah, he couldn't do no wrong. That nigga threw for 400 yards when he stepped on the field for one game. Now, people gotta understand this. This is the reason why I hold so much weight to this game. That nigga learned that week he was going to play. It's not like that nigga was waiting and was anticipating all fucking year preparing for a certain game in the off season, preparing with the first team. They gave Bryce Young the first team right a fucking way before training camp hit. Bryce Young was declared the fucking starter. Bryce Young got all the reps with the first team. That nigga had the first team all summer, all preseason, and all beginning of the year. And Andy Dalton comes without no fucking chemistry that he's been working with the first team for all them months. And that nigga put up 400 fucking passing yards. Can we keep saying that it's the fucking weapons? And people talking about how many times this nigga was sacked. Can we remember this nigga held the ball for fucking generations? Because the nigga can't see over the line.
Shouts out to everybody in the chat right now. Appreciate Justin Long for the super chat. He says the same scouts that scouted Bryce Young and gave him a high grade or grading these players, y'all don't know, knowing and are hyping up this draft. That is not a science. Shout out to Justin Long for that. He's saying y'all hyping these boys up.
The same scouts. The same scouts. Now I want to segue into this. Y'all talking about Bryce. Well, what about the other young that's running his mouth out here in the media? That's wanting to draft. If we talking about scouts, we talking about Craig Young that wants to draft for the Carolina Panthers. What do y'all boys think about that? Bryce Young's daddy.
Yep. I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
Y'all go ahead.
No.
I'm pumping fuel. Somebody go ahead. I'm pumping fuel.
All right. So, you know what? I hope Leo ain't around to hear this shit, cause Leo. I'm gonna say some
Okay.
shit that's gonna sound like Leo right now. I hate to say it, but I am getting tired of every black parent and relative got something to fucking say when it comes to drafts, when it comes to receivers, when it comes to weapons. Dak Prescott family, you know what I mean? We ain't never heard Christian McCaffrey daddy come out and say shit. You see what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah,
never heard shit
ex-ball
from
player.
Joe. I ain't never heard shit from Joe Burrow daddy, Trevor Lawrence daddy. But here it is, this nigga Craig wanna act like he an NFL fucking scout and be niggerish and decide he wanna say who his
Son.
son should have
Mm-hmm.
as another receiver. The
Mm.
problem is the nigga don't go good with the receiver he asking for. Because if you look at PFF, is Xavier Leggett's biggest fucking cop to his game is a deep 50-50 ball.
Mm.
He excelled at that. Well, Bryce Young don't throw the ball fucking deep. He don't have a big arm. So if you take a receiver that needs a quarterback with a big arm, nigga, your son don't have that. They don't. There ain't no chemistry right there. You know what I mean? Like you don't need a nigga because you can't say it for the screen passes. The nigga only has 70 yards of screen passes.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That
So
was what Mike saying is Leggett throughout his college career, he didn't sit back there and get screens and then get yak off that. He went out there and got that 50-50 ball. He
that
was the one
50-50
that take the
deep
top
ball.
off the defense. That's what he does with
But you ain't got a
4.2 or
quarterback
4.3 speed.
to throw deep to this nigga. So if he ain't got the arm to meet this nigga where he need to be, remember when they had the little Alabama Pro Day and Bryce Young tried to throw it deep and he hit the fucking ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
That right there tells you this nigga don't have a deep arm like that. That
He
nigga
trying to
tried to
throw it
throw
up
his
and let
shoulder
it come.
blade and
And yep,
everything
yep.
in that fucking
And
pass.
projected just throwing it up and let the ball come down, and maybe the guy run up under. But nine
It,
times out of ten, when we tried to do it last year, the guys had to slow down or try to come back and get the ball because lack
right.
of arm strength, yo.
He ain't
Lack
got
of
the
arm
arm
strength.
strength for Xavier Leggett. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the receiver's main fucking talent, his bread and butter, what makes him so dangerous, and you're gonna give him a quarterback that can't take advantage of that. So I don't know who he think he gave birth to or who his wife gave birth to, but you got the
Hmm.
wrong nigga. When she was in labor, nigga, CJ Stroud didn't come out, nigga. That's Bryce Young. I hate to tell you, your son ain't got an arm like that. So why don't you sit back and shut the fuck up and let the professionals do what the fuck they do, and you just go sit in the fucking stands, get some popcorn, drink a beer with your wife, smile at the camera, hi, and shut the fuck up.
And
Because
cheer.
what you gonna do is you gonna guarantee now your son, if they get his every legged, oh, he gonna be under so much more fucking pressure. Nigga, they got the receiver. Your daddy said you want it. Now Bryce Young back that motherfucker sweating bullets because even he know I can't get the ball that fucking far down the field.
No
In
sir.
Alabama, he threw one pass for 48 yards. One. His whole time in Alabama. And we know last year he didn't throw anything over 40 fucking yards. So what are we talking about? You gonna get somebody that's gonna get your son out of here fast as hell. So part of me is like, get the nigga, just so we can show you that your son ain't shit, and your son gonna be on the midnight train to Georgia.
Well, Justin Long said he seen Bryce bombing the ball to Jameis Williams his junior year. What y'all got to say about that? Well, he
What?
said his sophomore year. He said he seen him bombing it to Jameson Williams.
What about the air yards on that though? You got to look at the air yards. He was throwing it, but Jameson Williams was he was it was a lot of air. It was the air. It wasn't a lot of air yards. Jameson Williams was catching it and taking that bitch to the house.
Where Jameson Williams at now?
Oh, he in Detroit.
Mhm.
He in Detroit.
Right.
How was his production these past 2 years?
Very shabby.
Why the fuck we talking about a Jameson Williams?
Coach Justin Long was in the chat, and Justin Long was going against what you were saying. He
Okay,
said
look, all
Bryce
right, I'm
Young
gonna
was
entertain
throwing
this
that
shit.
the hell out of that motherfucker to
I'm
Jameson
gonna
Williams.
entertain it for a while. I'm gonna entertain it. All right, he was bombing it to Jameson Williams. There's a difference between defensive backs in the NFL than defensive backs in the college. There's a difference. In the NFL, they're gonna get up on your receiver, they're gonna hit him right on the line, knock him off his strap, knock him off his motherfucking timing. Because all about receiver and quarterback chemistry, it's all about timing. How many certain steps before they hit a post, how many steps before they shake. That's why you see a bunch of motherfucking quarterbacks. They look like they threw it to no fucking where. But at the side
Oh,
on the sideline, right after that play, they getting in the receiver's
and
ass like, nigga, you was supposed to do this. Why the fuck you wasn't? Why you ain't hit this point and get this cut? And they always say that was miscommunication on the play because the receiver didn't get to the timing where he's supposed to be. And
The,
in
the
college,
receiver
it's
didn't get to
not.
the right depth. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right
yeah.
there. Yep.
So in college, it's a lot easier for a motherfucker to skip out and get 30 yards down the field and be open to be able to take that bitch to the house.
a lot of
But
times they
I
don't press
said what I
motherfuckers.
said about him not having but one pass at 48 yards. Not because I'm
And
just spitting random shit out my mouth, because it's a fact.
and The reason why Mike might have asked where Jameson Williams at, Jameson Williams ain't did shit in Detroit. I'm looking at his numbers now. In 2022, the year he got drafted, he had one reception for 41 yards. One of the motherfuckers. That's it. And in 2023, he had 24 receptions and 354 yards.
because he had
Yeah.
somebody bumping his ass at the line. He can't just take off running because he's dealing with NFL defensive backs that's been here before. You're not about to just run freely like you can do in college. You
So
ain't gonna be a gazelle, nigga. There's a bunch of lions out
it
here.
ain't no good talking about Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams ain't did shit last year.
He ain't did nothing, and that's why I said what I said because this nigga ain't did shit,
That's why I
absolutely
say
nothing in
very,
the
very,
NFL.
very, very lackluster career so far. A lot of it's due to injuries too, you know, and then
Oh well, Rock and Blue said he got on the wrong side of Dan Campbell.
that
I
too.
don't
He
know
been in the
about
dog.
that one.
He's been in
Oh,
the
he been in the
doghouse too.
doghouse. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
D'Angelo
yeah,
tell you about it. Okay,
yeah,
he been in the
yeah.
doghouse.
He's been in the
Okay.
doghouse
Hey, well,
because you know he was dropping balls at the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year they were talking about he had a terrible training
oh,
camp and he was dropping
Pop,
balls like a motherfucker.
and Pop said he got suspended. So just alone, you might better pick another receiver, another Alabama receiver, cause that one there ain't working for you, there, buddy.
And let's be very clear. Bryce Young didn't have one receiver over 1,000 yards the whole time he was in Alabama. There were 827 yards. There was 733, I believe. There was another one that was, but I think he was about like 811. He
I think
have like
Jameer had the most, right? I think last year Jameer had the most receiving yards out the backfield.
so. So what I'm saying in that notation is, and that's another reason why I said there's no excuse because they're catering to the fucking offense to what Bryce Young did good in Alabama. He had multiple weapons that he shared the ball to.
Hmm.
That he would hit this motherfucker, this motherfucker, this motherfucker, this motherfucker.
And they would
Had a
get
run.
yacked,
You know what I mean? So
and they would get yacked.
yeah. So
I'm not trying to bash this kid. I didn't want this kid. Y'all know my position on this kid because I already knew what this kid was. And I was trying to say, well, what are people seeing that I'm not seeing? And it wasn't that. They just wanted to put this kid somewhere where he wasn't. And last year showed that he wasn't that. So I'm still asking the question, what is it about this guy that has everybody wanting to fight for him, wanting to go to bat for him? What is it?
maybe is it the size shit? Like, is it because y'all want to see a little motherfucker? You know what I mean? Yeah. The underdog mentality. He 5'10", the world's against him. We never had a quarterback this size succeed, and he's black, so we want to see him succeed. Somebody give me a reason. I'm only looking for a reason because I'm trying to figure out exactly what the ghost trying to figure out. Because my man Goat was super big on Anthony Richardson. I was on CJ
Okay,
so hard. Q was trying to give me a T-shirt.
okay. Well, Kevin Cal said it's the Alabama Roll Tide and the Heisman hype. Kev, they've been other Heisman Trophy winners out there that didn't even get, I mean, drafted as high. You know what I'm saying? They've been national championship guys. Stetson Bennett, the other dude, TCU quarterback, all them guys like that that wasn't even thought about.
Most of the time, if you go back and look, most of the time the Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks be the ones to flame out.
Yeah, I told y'all that Heisman house is full of buzz.
Yep.
I told y'all that. I don't. What is it about this guy that make people want to fight when you telling them, "Hey, he didn't have this, he didn't do this, he didn't do that," and you can prove it, you can back it up with numbers, and he damn sure didn't pass the eye test. Now, somebody tell me where he passed the eye test this year.
He didn't
Any of
pass.
my guys right here.
No, he didn't pass no eye test. He's never passed the eye test for me. But hey,
Oh my God.
but see, here it is. You know, a lot of times, I mean, we've talked about this before. We got a lot of fans that are just armchair fans. They don't understand the nuances that goes into these positions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just get caught up in the, they see a guy in college, he's making plays, he's scoring, he's doing this, doing that, but not looking at it at the same time. Okay, this is what they do in college. This is what they do in the NFL. The fucking coordinators, the D coordinators in fucking NFL and college are on two totally different levels. They ain't
Yeah.
the same. They're a
I mean,
whole lot. The players
didn't
are a
Johnny
whole lot bigger, a whole lot faster. Go ahead.
didn't Johnny Manziel win the Heisman?
Right, right.
What the fuck are we talking about? People, now listen, I'm understand this shit because I don't want anybody to expect anything big this year. I done seen some shit online that made me confused. Some niggas said we gonna win the NFC South. Other ones said we going to the playoffs. We're back. One nigga even
Uh,
said Super Bowl. And I'm trying to say, as long as we got this quarterback, we ain't going nowhere. And I'm okay with it. I just need y'all to get okay with it too.
Mike, will you shout out the money Narvas just put up there? I appreciate the $5 super chat. I'm driving right now. I can't read it totally. Can you
Okay.
can you can you highlight that? I gotta highlight it. Can you shout him out
Yeah.
for me?
Never $5. He said, I noticed watching Bryce highlights from college. He held the ball forever. I'm curious if Canales can get Bryce to stick to 2.5 seconds, like he said. And you know what? Shouts out to you twice. Because that's something I was saying earlier. Bryce Young last year was holding the ball for fucking ever. And it was
Yes.
so bad that even like the most sacks happened last year on Bryce Young. But people don't understand that 60% of them sacks or
Was on.
more was on Bryce Young for holding the ball forever. People said that it's he couldn't get open. No, the nigga couldn't see. We're not about to do this. He couldn't get open. He's too small. He
Mhm.
couldn't see back there. And two, he was a deer in the headlights.
Yes.
Meaning he was shell shocked. The lights was too bright.
Y'all, I was at the only game I went to was the Monday night football game. Excuse me.
Let's
Excuse me. The Monday night football game, thank you. New Orleans. Cause I knew it was gonna be a hell of a season. And then we had the meet excuse me, y'all, that pollen. The meet and greet in Charlotte where we had it up on the big screen. Now, I was sitting there front row center. I paid good money for tickets. I seen it with my own eyes in live HD. Everybody in my section was sitting there counting it out how long this boy held his ball. New Orleans was not doing nothing special. They were not doing nothing special. You seen New Orleans pass rush all year. They were not doing nothing special. And that boy was holding on to that ball entirely too long, y'all. I'm going to tell you what I seen for myself with my own two eyes in week two. A lot, like Mike just said, I'm not saying all of them. And y'all know the guard play was atrocious. I give him that. And the guards now straight up handling the rush, they was holding guys. Where they was where they was getting us when they blitzed or they crossed each other or did something exotic. Those guys were green. Cade May, Nash Jensen, Chandler Savala, all them guys that they put on that line. That's where they got them guys. when they was stunting. But straight up rush, they gave the guy time. He caused a lot of them sacks on himself, just like he did in Alabama. Y'all got to go back and realize if you want to go back in Alabama and say he did this, he was a world beater this, and he was a world beater that, he was the most sacked quarterback in college as well. Don't forget that one. If you want to cherry pick that stat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say we picked the wrong quarter. Well, David Tepper picked the wrong quarterback, y'all.
And he did.
Don't put, yeah, don't let her, don't sit there and just because we gave up all this draft compensation and all this compensation, all that stuff, and put ourselves further and further behind, we got to cut the hand to save the arm at some point. I'm sorry.
So with that note, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you what, Dan Morgan, Dave Canales, they know they picked the wrong nigga. That's why they got Bo Nix coming in for a visit. And and it's
Can Bo
okay to
beat
say
Bryce?
we fucked up.
Can Bo beat Bryce in your opinion, Mike?
Bo Nix will destroy Bryce.
I
What
think
about
so.
you, D'Angelo?
I think so. I
What
think Bo needs to be right.
What about
He'll
in the
destroy
chat,
Bryce.
y'all? Be truthful in the chat. Be truthful in the chat, y'all. Be truthful in the chat. Do you think Bo can beat Bryce? Be truthful. Bo Nix threw for 4,000 and some change. He had a 77.3 QBR this year. Can
45
Bo beat Bryce?
touchdowns, 45
45 touchdowns.
touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
That
Hold
means
on, I
he
was
took care of the ball, people. If all
uh,
y'all wanted, how y'all say that thing again? MDJ done gone. How he say that thing again? MDJ, he in the chat. Plus game manager. I don't even know because I don't even want to say it because I didn't buy that. Damn if I bought that. I didn't buy that. Game manager plus super game manager. I don't know.
first of all, that nigga ain't super nothing.
Man,
He ain't super nothing if you can't
Yes, he
get 200
is.
yards on the
Yes, he
field.
is, Mike. He is super something.
Super sorry,
Super sorry and super nice.
man. I ain't giving him the nice
oh yeah,
compliment.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
giving
yeah,
this
yeah.
nigga no
Super.
compliment.
Everything is super this, super. Yeah, he's super.
I ain't giving this nigga no motherfucking compliment. Y'all could kiss my ass. I am not putting a ring on this bitch from Backpage. I don't. That bitch is
And
not gonna know. I'm not giving her no respect. I'm not giving her no leeway. You is what you are. Is you a hoe?
y'all,
That nigga is garbage. You know what you do? Have you ever took the trash out of your house and took it outside and went back outside and brought it back in the house? You
no,
leave that shit
never,
on the curb.
I ain't never did no shit like that, Mike.
never. I ain't never brought it back in the house.
And I ain't never brought it
I'm,
back in the house.
I ain't going out
Yeah,
there to the corner and getting this trash and bringing it back in the house. Y'all want me to keep this nigga.
damn,
I'm trying to get
damn,
rid of this nigga. And that's why
Man,
my bar is so
damn.
high. And the reason why my bar is so high is because I'm looking at Detroit with St. Brown. And who's the other receiver over there?
Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, and there's another guy over there, right?
Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds. But
Josh
Josh Reynolds,
Reynolds.
I
Josh
think
Reynolds.
Yeah.
he a free agent. I think he a free agent.
What
They
I'm
bread they
saying
bread
is
and butter is really running the football, but
Yeah,
facts. Facts. That's their bread and butter. You got two running backs that's going to eclipse
and they
over
got
a
that tight
thousand
end.
yards. Then you
And
got
they got a tight
You got St. Brown, and you got Laporta, the tight end. You get that.
end.
Yeah.
That's a solid ass offense. Four weapons. You go to each team. There's always 3 or 4 weapons for success. And that's why when I said they gave this nigga 3 receivers, I'm not hearing no fucking excuses because every solid team has 3 weapons. Even the Kansas City Chiefs, you got Pacheco, you got Travis Kelsey, you had the young receiver
Rashid
that
Rice,
came up. Yeah, you got
right?
three solid weapons. When it was in the Chargers, they had Keelan Allen, they had Mac Williams, they had Austin Eckler. Three solid weapons is when your team take off. The Eagles, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goddard. Three solid weapons for your team to take off.
Hey,
Now,
Rock
Mike.
and Blue
Now, Mike.
with
Oh,
Rock and Blue with a big $5 super chat. Cause somebody read that out there for me.
Rocket Blue
It's
must got his taxes. He got his taxes.
this
I don't
nigga
know, man.
dumb.
Rock
Rock
and
and
Blue,
Blue
that
showing
guy.
love, man.
Rocket
No,
Blue
he
ain't
He
got
that
it.
dude.
bullshit.
He that dude. He that fucking dude.
Okay, he said what's said, and I think he meant to say what's said. And then we need to do an old school, have a quarterback sit for 2 years, and then let him fly. But our fan base can't wait like that. And
I agree with that
yeah,
shit though. That's like I said.
Rocket Blue,
That's what happened with Jordan Love. Jordan Love sat his ass down and he hit the ground running. You seen last year.
Rocket
So
Blue,
yeah,
Rocket Blue. I'm with you 100%. If y'all rewind the tape to last year after Bryce Young was drafted, I said I would sit the nigga for a year. And niggas crucified me because they're like, you don't sit a quarterback you pick first overall and let him
Mm,
sit behind nobody. And I
mm,
was like, this quarterback ain't like the other quarterbacks. Niggas crucified me. And the problem
well,
is, I also said this year, I don't know which video it was, but this year I also said, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Russell Wilson over here in front of Bryce Young for a year because the niggas gonna be cheap. And niggas was like, hell nah,
They
Russell
can't. You know
Wilson
why?
gonna cost way too much. And that nigga signed
well,
for
look,
$1.2 million.
I'm gonna put one in. Okay, you draft a rookie quarterback,
Yep.
right? Now,
Hello.
realistically, what are you expecting? You draft a rookie quarterback the first year. What are you expecting?
I'm respecting him to as the
to
year go
flash.
on, as the year go on, I'm expecting him to get better per game.
Okay, everybody agree with that? That's what everybody's saying.
Pretty much, I just
Everybody,
expect him to show signs of life. You know what I'm saying? Just you ain't got to be good all the time. Just be good some of the time. Let
Can
me
y'all
let me
hear
see
me?
that it's possible.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
yeah, progressions, right? Progressions.
Progression.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
so
pretty much. I agree.
this to answer Rock and Blue question. Draft that quarterback, rookie quarterback. I'm not expecting no rookie quarterback to take me Super Bowl, win the division, go deep in the playoffs. So if I pick him number one overall, that's why I keep saying that ain't what I bought. That ain't what I paid for. I at least want this dude, just like MDJ just said, show me some flashes, show me something because I'm looking to put some pieces beside you, grow with you throughout the years. It took
No,
Cam Newton 4 to 5 years to get us to the bowl, to get us the first playoff win, so on and so forth. I knew it was gonna take it, knew it's gonna take that long with a rookie quarterback. But when you don't give me nothing,
see, my standpoint was that the last, let's say, some of them was MVP multiple times. So I'm gonna say the last three quarterbacks because Lamar Jackson was two, Aaron Rodgers was two, Patrick Mahomes was two. So in the last 6 years, all three of those quarterbacks they sat behind somebody. So my outlook was, if you really want your quarterback to succeed in the NFL, let him sit. I think didn't Jalen Hurts sit behind somebody first?
yeah, but he was picked in the second
Yeah.
round. He wasn't number
Hey,
one overall.
that's what I was
I
about to
understand
say.
what you. I understand what you're saying. I understand, but see, in my mind, I wasn't thinking about when he was picked. I was thinking about what the fuck I saw.
That's Mike.
Everything
But
in
that's
me.
all
It ain't
you
too many number one
can
overalls
is
that sit,
draft.
bro.
Yeah,
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 that's
but
what
draft
I hear
that's what
what
I
picks
was
you're
about to
saying.
and
say.
what we
I
gave
get
up.
what you're saying, and that makes
You
perfect
can't do
sense.
that. You can't do
Yes,
that,
you
Mike.
can though. No, no, you
And I'm gonna tell you
can
why.
though. No,
I'm gonna
no,
tell you
wait,
why.
no,
Let
no,
me
wait,
say
wait.
this.
I'm gonna tell you.
If you picking number one, your quarterback play was shitty, Mike. You can't do that, bro.
You can't do
Listen,
that.
yes, you can.
But here's why you can't do that, Mike. And I'm gonna let you go. Just let me say this. The only reason why you can't do that is because of what C.J. Stroud did. You can't do it. You tied your hands behind your back. You can't drag
Yeah,
this man ahead of C.J. Now you sit him on the motherfucking bench and look at C.J. fucking balling out of
and look,
control. You
yeah.
can't do that. You can't
Look what
do it.
I'm
Stop.
saying. Winning.
See, that's where you wrong. That's what. Listen,
No,
let's
no,
no.
Mike.
It's not.
No.
No, 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 no. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Mike, you
This
finna
is where
crash
you
this
wrong.
motherfucker, bro.
No, no. This is where you wrong at. The reason why you can do it is because you actually can do it. Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you
No,
can't do it.
no, no, no,
You
no,
can't
Yeah,
do
no.
it,
you
You
man.
can't.
can't.
Not
No,
You
number
Yeah,
can't
yes,
do
you
it.
one.
can.
no,
Because
You
listen,
can't.
listen, listen,
You can't
listen,
do it.
listen, listen,
No,
listen. You
okay.
signed Andy Dalton, right? Did you not sign Andy Dalton? Did you not put a
Yeah,
veteran presence in
yeah,
the
yeah,
locker room?
yeah.
Which
Yes, you
means
did.
I can
Yeah.
sit my quarterback if I fucking want to. The reason why
Okay.
you don't is because everybody says he's the first pick off the draft. You gotta play him. No, you technically don't. You just doing that because everybody's saying you have to do it. You
That's
yeah,
what
actually have every
technicality.
ability
That's
you
what you
can't.
to.
You
saying,
can't do
Mike.
it. You can't.
Technicality. You saying that. You saying that by technicality. Okay. If I pick a fucking number one overall, number one for number one, not just my first pick in the first round, number
Yeah.
one off the motherfucking board.
Not, hold
Meaning,
on,
Yep.
hold on,
if I got
hold on,
Sam
hold on.
Donald, if I
Let me
got
say this,
Sam
go.
Donald in my locker room, my number one that I just picked supposed to be better than Sam Donald. Because if that's the case, I shouldn't have picked the fucking quarterback. I should have picked the edge rusher, a kicker, a punter, or whatever, because I wouldn't have needed no quarterback
Not,
because the
not, not,
quarterback was
not,
already on the roster.
not
That's
only that,
false.
That's
hold
the
on. Not
That's
only
reason they
that,
go
false.
number one, Mike.
not only that. We didn't fucking fall to the number one. We didn't
We
goddamn earn the
maintained
number
the
one.
number one. Yeah.
We made a trade to go to number one. So that make
Yes.
it even worse. So that make it even
Okay.
worse. You can't.
Okay. Okay. For every nigga right now on the panel, shut the fuck up and listen. Because the shit's getting out of hand. Because since you needed a quarterback, right? I don't give a damn where you drafting him at. There's no reason why you can't sit the nigga if your eyes is telling you this nigga's not ready yet.
But you're gonna be
Everything.
laughing.
Wait,
Mike.
wait,
Mike.
You're
wait,
gonna be the
wait,
laughing stock,
wait,
Mike. Mike,
wait.
you're gonna be.
No, no, nigga, we the laughing stock now.
Right. You're
What the,
right. You're
what the
right.
fuck you mean?
I
But
agree.
because we didn't sit the nigga, we the laughing stock now. Nigga,
But
the
you don't want.
Chicago Bears got
You don't
back
want.
to back.
You don't.
The back.
You don't want to. But hold on. If you do that, the media. Do you know how hard the media is gonna go? You don't want to add fuel to the fire, Mike. You can't do that.
I don't give a fuck about our media. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I give a fuck about? I give a fuck about the last 6 years of MVPs sat their ass the fuck down. So there's a motherfucking method to this madness.
But it was
Because
But
let
different
me,
Mike,
let me,
circumstances.
let me,
That
no,
was
no, no, no,
different
no, no, no. Let me
circumstances.
keep going.
That
Let
was
me keep
different
going.
circumstances.
Because I'm gonna ask you something. Because besides Matthew Stafford, where was the first? Name the last person won a Super Bowl that was picked number one in the draft.
Last one,
So
pick number one.
obviously, so obviously, that motherfucking pattern of you gotta play your first pick of the draft if you get the motherfucker.
Mike, Mike,
Obviously,
Mike,
that
Mike.
shit
Mike,
ain't a hundred
what
percent
Okay,
a success
hold on,
story.
Mike.
what first what
Hold on,
number
Mike.
one
Hold on, Mike.
overall pick sat though? Who are you referring to?
I'm not referring to anybody. I'm saying we gotta break this trend that if we draft a quarterback
But
first, the
hold
nigga
up, but
gotta
hold up,
play instantly
Mike.
because
Well, we
Yeah,
only
yeah,
said
yeah.
one
ain't
has
Hold
won
up,
nobody
a.
Mike.
gonna do
Hold up,
that,
Mike.
bro. Who
Hold
the
up, Mike.
fuck
But
gonna do
Hold
only
up,
that?
Mike.
one has won a
The
Super
number
Bowl in
one.
55 years.
Hold
Who
up
Peyton
now.
Manning?
Hold up, y'all. Now, the number one quarterback is going to what type of team? The
The
sorry
Trash.
team,
worst team.
Start team. Yep.
The
right?
worst team.
So therefore, if he going to the worst team, meaning there ain't nobody on that roster that should be better than him
But we
to
wasn't
play
the
that
worst
position.
team, GOAT. That's
That make
what
it
we
even worse.
forget in the
We
fact. You
still
can't
didn't
have
have
both ways.
nobody,
No,
but we
no, no,
still
wait.
didn't
You
have
can't.
nobody that was supposedly better than this pick on the roster.
Hey,
Right.
listen, see that. See, that's the thing, though. See, that's what we just. That's where people fuck up. It's not about it's supposed to be. If we got somebody that's better on the roster, we have somebody that's NFL pro that can show this nigga the ropes on the roster. Because Peyton Manning, Matthew Stafford, who's the other number one pick that won the Super Bowl?
That's a quarterback or just
That's a
period. Go ahead.
quarterback.
Yeah,
First
Peyton
pick.
Manning, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff. No, Jared Goff ain't winning the Super Bowl. I'm
He
tripping.
went.
No,
He went.
no,
He
he
went.
done been the one. He done
Yeah,
been
yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
one.
been.
okay. So you got two, since the NFL has been established, that's won a Super Bowl, being the first pick of the draft.
They ain't
One.
sit
Yeah,
behind nobody
Two.
though.
Two.
I don't
They
know
didn't
back in
sit
the day.
behind
You know what
nobody.
I'm saying? The modern
I don't
day.
get
No,
where
no,
you
wait.
going with
But
Now
this shit.
listen. Now listen. Now listen. How many we done got? Patrick Mahomes. Matter of fact, let's make it even bigger.
They
MVP.
said John Elway. They
Give
said
me
John Elway.
MVPs.
Yeah. I
John
was about to say
Elway.
John
There
Elway
we
too.
go.
Yeah.
There we go. Now give me MVPs.
But Mike, Mike, you
Man,
going
you
too
just
far
you
though.
just
You going
saying
too
shit for
far.
No, no.
real,
The
man.
reason
Like,
why I'm saying
Yeah.
this, look, the reason why I'm
man,
saying all of this because the eye test showed that Bryce wasn't ready. I don't care. They drafted the nigga. They got him in training camp.
Nobody
In
didn't
the
say
eye
that. Nobody didn't
test,
say that draft night when he walked across that stage in that pink suit. Nobody ain't say that then.
Nick, look. Nobody didn't say that shit because they was trying to protect Dave Tepper's fucking feelings. But the eye test showed that the nigga wasn't ready. The reason why he started had nothing to do with the fact he was the very first pick of the draft. The reason why he
that's
started
exactly
was
why
no,
he
no, no,
started.
no.
That's exactly
Let
why
me
he
dissect
started.
this. Let me dissect this. The reason why he really started was because of all this goddamn money that came with his ass.
Well, that too.
Because
But what we gave
because
up, and they
Because
still trying to say, look,
Frank
check
Wright
this
said
out, Mike.
clearly.
Check this
Frank
out,
Wright
Mike.
said, all
No,
right, go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. Don't discontinue the fact that by week 5, everybody on that motherfucking coaching staff wanted to bench this nigga. But guess what? Did he get benched?
No,
No.
because
Because why? Because everything they gave up for this motherfucker, everything they had done put out for this motherfucker. Right now, they saying, even though we went into free agency and spent 150 some odd $1 million, they saying he still might get a third season, even if he play like he played this year, because of the compensation that we gave up for this month. So,
But go.
so don't say you can't say.
But go. What I'm saying is this, bro. You gotta pick a side, bro. You tell me the boy can't do shit regardless. But then you give me an argument saying that he should have sat so he could learn. Like, do you think he could be better or you fucking don't? Like, you
no,
gotta
no,
I'm
pick
no,
a
not
no. It's
saying.
not.
side, bro. You feel like
No,
he
no.
should have sat.
That's
I'm
not what
not
I'm
saying.
saying.
I'm not
That's
saying.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying when he was drafted, I said I ain't want the nigga to start yet. I said the moment he got drafted, I said 100% I would start Andy Dalton. I
Because
wouldn't
hold
start
up,
Bryce Young.
see, everybody started putting stuff. They put John Elway in here. They put Jim Plunkett in here. They put Terry Bradshaw in here. They put Cam as an MVP. They put Troy Aikman. They put Drew Brees. They put Eli Manning. So motherfuckers start Peyton man. Motherfuckers
Bro, you
started
go
naming
they
names on top of names on top of names on top of names in the chat right here.
but this is the thing. If you drafted number one, your ass a number one pick at quarterback, your ass is getting on that field, bro. It's a reason why
Yes,
it ain't never been happening.
Yeah.
Your ass is
Right.
getting on
Yeah.
that field,
You,
bro.
Okay,
you getting up that field. You getting up
I hear everything y'all saying, but I'm saying that every quarterback is not the same. There, it was clear. Look, I was watching tape on the nigga. I was watching shit at Alabama. I was watching the nigga during the OTAs and all that shit. I kept saying the nigga's not ready. And if I
but
saw it, you can't tell me that a
what,
coach didn't see
Mike?
the nigga. That's why Frank Reich said when he brought Andy Dalton in originally, he brought that nigga in to play. Andy Dalton even
Mike,
came out and said he wanted that he came here to play because even he knew this nigga's not ready.
but
I
But
it
can do
but
got
better
we
than
was
him.
at nine though.
changed.
We was at
The whole
nine. When you draft a
the
quarterback at
narrative,
nine, you can
yes,
do that.
the narrative got changed. The narrative got changed. David Tepper changed the narrative. David Tepper changed the whole plan. He turned it upside down. They
He did.
told you that. The plan was to go. The plan was to stay at 9. Then the plan changed to go to 3. When David Tepper sat up there and gave that bullshit excuse, he was trying to save his ass. He didn't even know what the fuck was going on. The plan was to go to 3 with Arizona. But then Tep came in that motherfucker and said, fuck that. We're going to 1. Make that happen. And they made it happen. So when you give up all that what they gave up, and the media and everybody else telling us or putting that out there, this boy is ready. They said the nigga was 2 years ahead of his time, ahead of schedule.
Niggas listen too much to the media
Yep.
because me and you we had different opinions, but our opinion was very clear. We didn't want Bryce Young. It was very clear. Me and you both was on this. A lot of people was on this, and people keep saying Frank Wright wanted C.J. Stroud, and then it came out to a story that Dave Tepper's wife wanted C.J. Stroud. Then all of a sudden, there's a Chihuahua that works for Taco Bell. He wanted C.J. Stroud. Everybody's
Yeah,
saying now that they wanted
everybody.
C.J. Stroud.
And everybody can say that now because you
And,
done seen that.
fact,
Cause the shit didn't
fact,
work. So everybody
Yeah,
gonna say that shit.
facts. So when it comes down to it, it was too many things that was against Bryce Young when he first got drafted for me to be comfortable with the pick, regardless. The
yes,
man wasn't the right size. He had an arm strength. He didn't have the red zone talent. He did. He held the ball too long. There was too many
exactly.
things that were striking against me for me to be like, I could start this nigga day one. If you
Yeah,
rewind the tape and you go to Blackcat last year, y'all hear me clear as day say, look, if it's me, especially starting off going against two rivals at the beginning of the year, because our first two games was New Orleans and Atlanta,
yeah.
I said
Everybody
I'm
should start
starting
and
Andy Dalton.
yeah, yes,
I'm
yes,
not starting Bryce Young if we
yeah,
coming out going straight against the division rivals. And two, because we got Andy Dalton here, we need the veteran presence. And everybody was like, no, you start your first pick. And I get what y'all saying. That's normally what you should do is start your first pick of the draft. But there was a list of things that was everybody questioning about Rice Young. Is he too small? Can he see over the line? Is the game
yes,
too
sir.
fast? There was so many things nigga was saying. If Cam Newton was in the draft, you start him first. Peyton Manning in the draft, you start him. Matthew Stafford, John Elway, you start these guys. But this was the first time there was a quarterback that was this size
Well, that you
that
knew
had
he was that size. It wasn't just like he popped up and oh damn, we thought
facts.
he was in that. We knew that shit. Come
Facts.
on,
But we
that's
also
obvious.
knew about the other problems he had too, that everybody kept acting like they didn't exist. And the problem is when you got a quarterback that has those issues, he's not a day one starter. I know you move heaven and earth to get this nigga because your owner said we gotta get him. But that doesn't change that he's not NFL ready. And now the year's up, and the nigga had one game with 300 yards, two games with 200 yards, and the other, what is it, uh, 13 games, he couldn't get past 185 yards.
Yeah,
So it's not me saying that, hey, you don't start the first pick. It's the quality of the quarterback that you drafted. Yeah, people. If you know football, you ain't gotta listen to media. You ain't gotta believe the hype. You ain't gotta be like, hey, you know what I mean? We gotta do this. We gotta do that. You look at the nigga that you got, and you sit back and you say, can this nigga perform starting now? And I came out and Goat got mad at me because I said I wouldn't start Anthony Richardson either. I said the only cornerback I felt was a day one starter was C.J. Stroud. Don't get me wrong. Anthony Richardson came out and he performed better than I thought he was going to. But there was no way, if it wasn't C.J. Stroud, was any quarterback that got drafted this year would have started a single down this year because nobody was ready besides C.J. Stroud. They shouldn't have traded up to get the nigga, but since they did, Everybody put the pressure on their ass. You got to start Bryce Young. You got to start Bryce Young. Where did that get us? What production did we get? Did we see the progress? Did he get better any games? He had one solid game all fucking year.
Yeah. And Red, I don't know about that help is on the way shit. I don't know, brother. We gonna see. Cause it's a prove it or lose it year right here around here for this guy here.
Well,
Y'all,
that's what Red's saying. Red's saying that after this year we're gonna replace him, and I 100% agree with that because I really feel like with all the reasons, all the problems this man has, he's not the answer.
yes, sir.
They sugarcoated so much shit. Oh, his football IQ is so elite. Okay,
We didn't
but the
see it.
nigga
We
can't
didn't
make
see
good
it.
passes in the red zone.
We didn't see it. I mean, at the
He
end of
can
the day,
read defenses so
we
well.
didn't see it.
Probably because he reading that shit for 30 fucking minutes. He holds the ball for
We,
forever.
we didn't see Mike, D'Angelo, MDJ.
Yo,
We did not see it.
No, no, hell no.
Everybody wanted to blame this. They wanted to blame this. Every time. This is the fact. This is the fact, y'all. We didn't see it. Every time they made an excuse, the excuse was busted in their face. You wanted to bring Frank, play caller. You put Thomas Brown in. What happened? The same fucking results. You wanted this, the line, Icky, the defense, the receivers. So now you went out, you got receivers. You went out, you got a line. You went out, you did this. The fact of the matter is, so many games, or how many games this year before we say we're gonna write this season off after we spent 100 and some odd $1 million? If we start 0-5, what do we do? I want you. I'm asking. This is the last question right here for the night, y'all. If we was to start 0-5, we got a money we done spent on this line. Money we done spent on receiver. We're gonna draft a receiver. We're gonna draft a receiver. It's just a matter of which one. We're gonna get. We done gave up pieces. Brian Burns, this and that, to get more pieces. They didn't get all the pieces that they wanted to get or get picks like they wanted. We didn't get in the first round, but we got enough to be serviceable this year. We got enough to evaluate this guy this year. If we start 0-5, is that enough? Have you seen enough?
Oh yeah. And
MDJ, go first.
go, my
yeah,
bad. Go ahead.
yeah. I'm gonna make it quick too. So the way I see it, man, the free agency. I once again, I don't have no problem with what we got in free agency. You go in the draft, you draft the shit you need, you get the best players available that fit the needs of the team. You go out there and you win your 3 or your 4 games. Okay, you evaluate Bryce, and if he ain't it, you go play the lottery again and get you a quarterback. You're not gonna win a lot of games. I'm just saying. Anything can happen, but high probability you're not gonna win a lot of games. You just go in that draft and you play the lottery again. You swing again and hope you hit and get a fucking quarterback. That's what you do. Yeah, I got it.
D'Angelo, hit me with it.
I'm just gonna piggyback basically off of what MD just said. If we start 0-5, you keep Bryce ass in there. You don't take his ass out. You let him
Woo!
play, and you let him play. You let him play. You let him play all motherfucking 17 games. God damn it, you don't want to. I don't want to see another quarterback in there unless if his ass is healthy, he plays. Because you know why? As long as he plays, we that's the less hope we got. So goddamn it, hey, if we start out with 1-5, you best believe goddamn it, we headed for self destruction, and we headed for another 1-16, 2-15 season. So that means we picking at the top of the draft again. That means we're picking his goddamn replacement. Who that may be, I don't know. But that's what I say. We keep him in there, let him goddamn let his ass sink.
Damn. Mike, 0 and 5,
Uh,
what you do?
You said 0-5?
0 and 5. Bryce start 0 and 5, what you do?
I'm what my man just said. I'm gonna leave him in there, and every
Damn.
game I'm gonna look at Dave Tepper and say, "This is what you did. This is who you wanted. This is the motherfucker you picked. Can you stay the fuck out the draft room now? Cause this is your guy. Look at your man right now.
Yep.
This the nigga that you wanted. Nah, take him out for what? No, nigga, play every fucking down, every quarter for the whole year. We start 0-5. Play this nigga. I
Yep.
want you to see what you gave us. And then after that, I'm sitting at the top of the draft, and if it's Shador Sanders or if it's somebody else that gives me everything I feel like a quarterback should get, I'm gonna take Bryce Young with me to go visit the nigga.
Now
God
go,
Damn.
damn.
now go. Before you go, I want to tell you something, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
we all three said the same shit that I just said, right? But that's the same shit that I told you last year. I said you leave his ass in there. You see how that shit come around? It's the same
Well,
shit I
they
told you
left his
about Andy
ass
Dalton.
DJ and
Leave his
went with
ass in.
one.
That's what the fuck
What
you
the fuck?
supposed to, because that's what you supposed to do.
Ah,
You draft a nigga
damn.
number one, that's what you
Y'all
supposed to
just,
do. I told you that shit
y'all just
last year.
make my damn head hurt,
No,
man.
now see
It's the
last
God,
year.
real. It's the real,
Now
bro.
no, no, I'm
God,
gonna be real with you.
God.
Last year, when Andy Dalton came in and he threw that damn near 400 yards and them 2 touchdowns, Bryce Young wouldn't have saw the field no more if it was me.
That's,
He wouldn't.
who you telling, Mike? Who you
He,
telling? That's why I
Bryce
tried
Young
to
would.
tell MDJ. Who you
No, like,
telling?
yeah.
That's it.
Bryce Young wouldn't have saw the field no more that
Man,
year.
go. Why,
That
why you
that
want
that.
Andy Dalton in there? Y'all asking for Bo Nix garbage ass. Y'all
Oh,
want
fuck
anything in
that.
quarterback,
Pause,
bro.
pause,
So you
pause.
can't
You know
say
I,
that,
why?
bro. It's the
You know,
same shit I
hold on, MD.
said last year.
Hold on,
Period.
MD. I ain't
Same shit I
asking
said.
for. I ain't asking for no Bo Nix. I
Same
just
shit
said
I
he. I
said,
think.
bro.
I think he better than Bryce. I take him over Bryce. Is
Okay.
all I'm saying.
But it
I
ain't
don't
saying
want
much, D. That's what I'm saying. It ain't saying too much. That's what I
him.
was
Yeah,
saying
okay,
yeah.
last year.
I'm
But they
okay.
say I'm
This is
crazy for not wanting
okay.
Well,
Andy
you
Dalton
The
in
got
the
to
bitch.
you got to evaluate now and the future. If you saying Bo Nix is possibly better than anything coming out here next year, you got to swing. If you saying he better than what you got on the roster right now, and he possibly better than anything coming out next year,
Nah, he
you
ain't
got
better
to
than Shador.
swing.
Mm-mm. He ain't better than Shador. I don't think so.
no, I won't say that
But
either. But what I will say is the reason why I said I would have left Andy Dalton in there is because Andy Dalton came out that one game and he balled out. The man balled out when he touched the field. No, we didn't win that game, but he balled the fuck out.
Man,
Every fucking receiver was getting touched. You had Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo looking like the draft pick that we supposed to had drafted. That was his only game that he got near 100 yards. He had 96 yards, Jonathan Mingo.
yeah,
So, so by Andy Dalton coming in, it showed me that the problem was Bryce Young.
was the
hmm
Because
receiver.
if you go to PFF right now and you look where they rank Andy Dalton at compared to where they rank Bryce Young at, it is 100% a mile apart. So it's not just us saying it. I'm not saying Andy Dalton is Josh Allen or Patrick fucking Mahomes.
Uh huh.
But with that weak schedule we had last year, Andy Dalton could have won the division.
And he could have won us some game. That game, that one game right there proves it, man. The proof is in the motherfucking pudding, man. That's all I gotta say. Just like Mike just said, Mango look different, Chalk look different, the line block different. Even though the line was making mistakes because of that loud ass stadium. Don't forget the two tackles, Taylor Moton, who don't jump outside like that, they couldn't fucking hear. They wasn't used to Andy Dalton because guess what? He didn't get that many reps that week. It was just like you starting. So you can't go into Seattle with a different quarterback and think you getting ready, you ain't gonna jump outside and all that. It's the loudest stadium in the league. Motherfuckers that play that had the same quarterback all year still jump off sides over there.
hmm
And you talking about a man that practiced with the ones maybe twice that week and still threw for 400. Come on, y'all. But everybody
But
saying this team was bad as it was because of the record and the quarterback play. But we could look like we could have had something last year.
facts. And
But
I hear a lot of people say it's just one game, but nigga, that one game told a
yeah,
lot.
that one game told a lot. It damn sure did. So hey y'all, man, y'all see it, man. The inaugural kickoff. Panthers After Dark right here on Black Cat Panther Podcast, man. Y'all see what the discussion is. Y'all see how it is. I appreciate the chat coming in there, man, and giving us fire questions, man. Y'all know who y'all are, man. Sit up there, share it with your friends. Tell them they better get in on this, man. We getting ready to do this thing. I want, like I said, I want these chat members, man. This is y'all show. This is y'all show. Get them together. Be more informed. Get into this. I want some of y'all to. We by the next time we'll put the email up in the chat and everything like that. Y'all email me. Y'all say y'all want to come on. I throw y'all the link prior to you can get on the panel. Let's warm this thing up. Let's get it big. Let's get it started right over
I
here.
want to.
This is for
While we here, I'm gonna say it right now in front of the world. I want to do a draft challenge.
okay,
Or do a mock draft challenge after dark only.
okay. We can get that. We can get that. Okay. Next week then. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
next week,
it's
you know,
up.
Let's
It's
do it.
up. It's up.
I ain't gonna be here next week. You know, my birthday next Thursday.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, we'll wait. We'll wait till D'Angelo. Well, we can do one. Then we can do one because everybody love the mock draft. We can do it 2 weeks in a row. It don't matter. Whatever y'all want to see, whatever y'all want to do, it's for members by members. Hey, we ain't gonna do last words and everything like that. That be y'all heard enough, man. We just gonna
Yeah,
get it
bro.
popping. We gonna tell y'all, hey man, I appreciate y'all. Bless y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be safe
And
and
tell a friend to
remember,
tell a friend.
yes
Fact.
sir, yes sir, all day long. All we gonna do, we gonna be out here